If you're looking for intellectual, informed basketball takes, and you want to bring in media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than
never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights, man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands, we run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan, we got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm to run the fast breaks, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast breaks, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast breaks. We on the break, it's fast breaks. Let's go.
Oh, here we go.
Y'all weren't here for these days. Y'all weren't here for
What that
these
say?
days.
What it say?
Y'all weren't here for these days.
Fast breaks, baby. It's a Saturday, we potting, baby. We got Allen, Paul, and Rowe here, baby. We gonna talk about
No.
the Knicks Heat, baby. Starting on a Cavs here, baby. Wemby SGA going crazy. NBA playoffs, we live, baby. Bow!
Turn that off. Copyright, son.
For real. Yeah.
I know you've been bumping that all week, huh?
It feel like November and October early. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Saturday afternoon for another audio adventure. We are here. I'm Rhoda, hostess with the mostest, and you know this. Yeah. Joining me, none other than PR Sports, Mr. 1995, the stubborn one. We call him Coach Paul, baby.
Y'all see why I'm stubborn now?
Go on, big up yourself.
Y'all see why I'm stubborn now?
Big yourself.
If you don't think I'm right, you're just a hater, like Charles Barkley.
Manners and respect, Paul. Manners and respect. Done, no.
Like Charles Barkley?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of losers on that shirt, except for D Rose.
Oh, wait. Excuse me? Melo?
Nah, that's my boy.
Rose played with Noah.
Nah. We
say.
don't jack Joakim over here. That's poly prep. We don't jack that.
Come on.
We don't jack that. We don't jack that. Big Pelicans, you heard?
Shout
Big
out
Pelicans.
man. Come on,
Big
man.
Pelicans, you heard? Y'all duck
right.
smoke for 4 years. I have the receipts.
Yeah, all right.
I have the receipts.
You
I
got
was
that
very
in the
good
L?
friends
You
with
got
the
that in the
athletic
L?
director. I
You
was
got that-
very
you-
good friends with the athletic director. I have the receipts. Ducked smoke for 4 years on some we don't play that. We don't play teams in that league. Badness.
We play.
Yeah,
We play South
yeah,
Shore.
okay, yeah,
Y'all
y'all didn't
play
want
real
that.
teams. Yeah, you play real.
You didn't want to play
real New York City.
You didn't want to play a 3-year straight undefeated team. I understand why not.
Which league
I
were you
understand
undefeated?
why
Who
not.
cared about that league?
We were undefeated playing out of league play too, brother. Ask Columbia Prep. Ask Columbia Prep. Ask Fieldston. Yeah.
They're so nice.
That's your league.
We play out of league. I told you we scrimmaged against South Shore. I walked home that day. I was hyped.
Yeah, you didn't want no smoke.
Hold on, listen. The coach was like, when I told him I was walking home that day, he was like, "This is a dangerous neighborhood. You're walking." I said,
"He didn't offer you a ride."
What? No, because listen, my
Paul lives a block away.
Like now,
I didn't realize
the school was in like Diker Heights, like Bay Ridge area. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So they never come.
Not even really Brooklyn for real, to be honest. It's not. It's not like it's in the heart of Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. You feel me? It's not like it's right next to the bridge. You feel me? It's not like you could walk from your school to Tillery. It's not like you could walk from your school to Tillery. It's not like you could walk from your school to State Street. It's not like you could walk from your school to Pier 2. Real hoop school. Y'all gotta drive to a court.
Anyway, I told him I live here. He said, "Oh." Say nothing. I said, "I live here."
Hey, I don't like to speak affiliations, but that school you speak of, just know I've been to that McDonald's across the street. Just know. For those who know, I'm speaking real ball knowledge right now. I've been to that McDonald's across the street. That school you speak of, I went to that middle school that was 3 blocks down. We're not gonna say the name. We giving them no love. We giving them no love. Because that year of my life was, what's the word, Alan? Expunged. That on paper, that year of my life does not exist.
It's off record.
Threw that record right away. Soon as I transferred, I said, "Go ahead and just I'm gonna do 6th grade again. Don't worry about it. That's fine." How I'm 30, but I'm class of 14. I did some. I finessed. I had to do a little replace.
Oh, man.
Joining me today as well, last but certainly not least, the professional, the architect. We call him Morpheus, baby. Alan, the man with the plan, for real.
Goodies.
You left something. You left something off.
Oh yeah.
You left something off.
Part out.
Oh, and America's favorite Haitian uncle. Stop, say, baby. He's a Haitian uncle, baby. Trey ain't here and he is tight, baby. He had to go night, baby. For real. Yeah, good Lord have mercy.
Focus, lock in, man. lock in. Lock in. Yo.
Janice, you already know what he told you to do, Janice. All right, fellas, how you feeling? How we living today?
Good. It's a 3-day weekend. It's gonna be raining over here in this part of the country.
It's annoying. Of course,
I was trying to go to a Mets game. Yeah.
It's been hot as hell, right? As soon as our holiday come, boom.
Exactly.
Precipitation. Hold that.
Mad early this year too.
Yeah.
What came? The precipitation?
No, Memorial Day.
It's this. What do you mean it came mad early?
Usually it's later.
What are you
23rd.
I thought you were talking about the year.
Yeah, so I'm saying I thought you talking the seasons or the rain. I was
usually they're not a full week. Hold on. Usually there is not a full week.
Yo, July 4th came mad early this year, man.
Listen,
I'm not used to celebrating independence this early in the year.
I know what you're saying, Paul.
Thank you.
But that sounds crazy. I know what you're saying because it usually comes. It's usually the last Monday is usually like the 28th, 27th.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh man, that's mad funny though, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey yo, my birthday coming up early this year. Everybody get ready, everyone. Invites is going out sooner than you think. That's funny, bro. Now that's a fact though. Let's jump into it. I want to start with this because I wanna amp Paul up and get this content rolling early. Go ahead and put the man them in the grave.
Listen, I told you they were some frauds, man. I told you. You also worried about us. Oh, the Detroit. You got to play Detroit. Detroit they can't even beat the Cavs. And look what we doing to the Cavs. Look at what we doing to the Cavs. The Cavs not even nice.
We'll get there.
Listen, man, Detroit. Okay, to talk a little bit about the team, actually, though, right? I was thinking about this like this morning. There's really only 4 real contenders in the NBA right now.
When healthy?
Yes. The Spurs, the Thunder, the Knicks, and the Celtics. There are only 4 real...
The team that gave up a 3-1 lead and lost in the first round.
If we are going to forgive and act like what do we all say? Jordan, once he started winning chips, he never lost, but he came back 1 year late and lost.
Did you just equate Jason Tatum with Michael Jordan?
No, I'm equating situations. They both were out for most of the year.
Clip it. We finally got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him.
So intellectually dishonest, don't do that. Listen, this man was out for most of the year. Jason Tatum
gotta whisper his name.
What are you gonna do when Kendrick drop? Because you know this man amped up Kendrick.
Heavy.
You and that Kendrick heavy on that.
I would love if Kendrick's pen would get active again, but we know that man don't make music for 5 years at a time because he don't care about feeding people. So I know that's not coming no time soon until at least 2032 because he don't feed the streets.
Okay. All right, well,
he don't. I love him, but he don't feed us. Like, let's be honest.
That's the part of the reason why people love him so much. But anyway.
No, I get it. I respect it, but I be forgetting what his cadence sound like.
Well, anyway.
When Mr. Morale came out, that first song, I was like, oh, he rap like this? Oh, this what he sound like? That's that. Like, how long ago was that? I was in college last time my man put an album out. What's going on?
No, that's crazy. That is true, though.
I had a whole other degree. I got a whole degree between this man's albums, bro.
Yeah.
I was a different person. That's
a fact. But anyway, to me, like I'm gonna let this Celtics run go this year. And I'm still gonna put them as a contender. Then there's tier 2, right?
What does tier 2 start with?
You mean like the teams? Or
yes.
Like what do I cap? Okay. The Magic.
Oh my
tier 2?
You know why I say that?
What?
They don't have a coach.
I'm looking at teams that need just
they don't have a coach.
Hold on. But the coach set them up right.
They don't have one. They don't.
That's all right. Listen, we didn't have a coach for a period of time too, and then we got Mike Brown. Look what
Brethren, stop being.
You don't have to stop acting like the Magic are not.
It's not even about the Magic. I'm not even mad about the Magic. You have to whisper his name. Just say it. I'm mad you didn't put him in tier 1, but I thought you was at least gonna have respect to put it right at the top of tier 2.
What are you talking about?
The MVP candidate over there.
Who? Detroit? You talking about Cade?
Who led the league in scoring this year?
I'm not putting the Lakers in there. I'm sorry.
Are you dumb?
But you put the Magic over the Lakers in there?
Yes. Now, if the
Magic
were in the West, hold on. If the Magic were in the West, maybe they'll be the same category, but they're not.
That's actually just hate. Like, that's not common sense. That's not common sense.
Okay.
Let me. I want to hear the rest of your tier.
I don't know what LeBron is gonna do, and I don't know what your team is gonna look like, so I can't do that. But what I do know is the Magic are just like a few shooters or so, like a shooter away. The Pistons are like.
Are you trusting Luka or Paolo in the playoffs?
It's not about that.
It is about that. You know who keeps proving it? You know who keeps proving it? Who also you should be putting in tier 2?
Who?
The Timberwolves keep proving it.
They
keep proving, bro. They keep proving it, bro. When it comes to the playoffs, bro, is you soft or not, bro? Do you have a dog or do you not have a dog?
Are just messing up the NBA because they can only beat.
You know why?
They can only beat the Nuggets. They can't beat any. They're never beating the Spurs.
Brother, that's crazy to say because it's not that they
so
only beat the Nuggets. You have to beat. You have to beat 2 teams to get to a conference finals, and they've done it twice.
They will never be able to get to the finals. I'm talking about teams where if they actually have a piece or just a piece away.
I don't know that a healthy Ant and DiVincenzo that they not winning that series.
They're not beating the Spurs, man.
I'm saying I don't know.
I know. They're not beating. They got nothing for one.
I don't think they beat the Spurs, but that's exactly why they tier 2 when the Spurs is
fully healthy and DiVincenzo back with Ayo playing the way he was playing.
That Spurs team is really good. I don't know if they.
No, of course they're tier 1, but I'm like, you can't tell me that series wouldn't have gone to at least 6.
Oh no, it would have went to 6. I think it would have went to 6, but I don't know if they beat them.
To me,
but that's exactly.
You gotta have a dog in the playoffs, bro.
Man, all that dog talk, get that out of it. Josh Hart is a dog, but if he's not shooting the ball and scoring, it don't matter.
But he's not the dog on your team. That's not. I'm talking about the big dog. I'm not talking about the little dog that like to nip at your heels. I'm talking about big German Shepherd, Cane Corso dog. You have to have a dog on your team. You got a dog?
What?
Brunson Burner. You got a dog. When it comes to the playoffs, he get different. If you don't have a player on your team that when it comes to the playoffs, they get different, you're not putting no one of them in tier 2. And the Magic don't have nobody where it get different.
Listen, but it don't. Anthony Edwards has shown he's good enough to win series they have no business winning. So you're right about that.
That's my point. When you have a dog where it gets different,
I'm talking about being a piece away from being an actual contender.
I think that
have a lot of work to do.
Hold on, I think the team that has that guy. I think the team that has that guy is perpetually one piece away.
No,
usually.
No,
perpetually one play piece away because all he needs is another mild. And was he not always a piece away?
No, we didn't even make the playoffs the year after we got to the second round. No,
okay, obviously, we're not talking about the Melo rosters where they weren't even playoff team. I'm talking about a team where I'm talking about the team
where it was the same roster. It's a team game. I'm talking the team. It don't matter. The team
when y'all played the Heat in the playoffs, y'all did just need one more piece.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say you got to put in context who they lost to.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Tier 1.
They lost to a tier 1. All they needed was another piece.
We literally
when they lost those Celtics series, they wasn't a piece away if Amari Stoudemire didn't break his hand.
We literally missed the playoffs in 2014.
I'm not talking about that year, bro.
Why?
Because I'm talking about the years where the team obviously was good enough to compete.
Why weren't we good enough to compete in 2014 when it was basically
I don't know.
The same team? Exactly. I'm trying. You're not gonna ignore the 1 year that proves your point wrong. No, it's about
but actually statistically that means that was an outlier.
Okay, so what about 2015 when the Phil Jackson era started?
You just named something significantly changed, did it not?
Well, Phil Jackson. Okay, sure.
Don't you put all the whole demise of that era of the Knicks on Phil Jackson?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's okay. Okay then. Okay then, twin. Like
I don't like that you want to just say, "Oh, it's an outlier." I'm trying to show you that the team has to perform and has to be good enough. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen a lot of dog. Was the Mavericks good enough when they got to the finals, or did they just have a dog and one more piece?
Against the Celtics? They were good enough. They were good enough to get to the finals, man. They were good enough to get to the finals.
They started. What's his name? The lefty
Derrick
dunker. They started Derrick Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Is Derrick Jones Jr. a starter on an NBA Finals team?
I mean, if he hitting threes.
Stop. We all said it. The tape exists. We all watched that literally it was a dog decided to be a dog, and he had a road dog with him and Kyrie. A lot of times that's all you need, bro. If you have one of those guys and you have a road dog, Ant's problem is he don't have a road dog. That's it.
So no.
That's it. He don't have a road dog.
Ant's problem is they have nobody that could stand up to Wemby, and he don't have a role though. That's two problems. That's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that they could do right now. No, they have a lot of work to do. The Magic, to me, they just need one more shooter.
So who's the dog?
The Pistons.
Who's the dog?
One more shooter.
Yeah. So who's the dog?
You remember they didn't score in the whole fourth quarter against the Cavs?
No dog is ever letting that happen.
Why?
What?
No. I'm not hearing that, Paul. I'm not hearing that because if Paolo is the dog on that team in your equation, there's no way a dog goes a whole fourth quarter and you don't go 1-4 flat and get a bucket.
And
there's no way.
I've seen Anthony Edwards struggle in the playoffs super long stretches.
I ain't never seen him not score in a fourth ever in life. I've never seen it. He didn't have two knees this playoffs and he was still getting buckets until they got blown out.
I've seen him struggle because they loaded up against him. I've seen buckets.
No buckets though.
I've struggled.
These micro deep, but see, you're trying to blend
what we're saying.
You're trying to blend the very specific scenario we're saying into struggling. That's not just struggling. Not getting no buckets is not just struggling. I've never seen Ant let his team not get no buckets.
I've seen Ant be on the court and the team on the other side is going on a crazy run. I've seen that.
You keep naming things that are different than what me and Alan said. We've never seen Ant let his team get no buckets. So you can bring up everything you have seen with Ant. What you can't say is that you've seen him do what Paolo did.
The Magic did not go like zero. Did not score 0 points in the fourth quarter. So if you want to exaggerate, you can do that to make your point. All I'm saying
is much exaggeration, brother.
But it isn't. Because I'm saying struggling. The Magic struggled. I've seen the Timberwolves struggle.
Sorry, they didn't make no field goals. We're sorry. They didn't make no field goals.
Now you're just adding all these different. They struggled. It's the same thing. I've seen it.
Not hitting no shots is not.
It's the same thing. Y'all just want to twist it around. No, I've seen it. I've seen it from Ant's team. They have a lot of work to do. They have more work.
He was on the court though. He was on the floor.
Yes.
He was on the bench.
No, he's on the floor. There are times when he reverses, just chucking up threes, and sometimes
this is the argument. Let's pare it down. Who's is Paolo the caliber of player Ant is?
He's close.
What?
He's close. Y'all, I think we got to start talking about Ant a little differently. I'm sorry.
That's so unfair in the year he's hurt to do that. It's okay. You know that's unfair. That's unfair.
Sure, you could say that, but I ain't bring up the topic about Ant versus.
Because you trying to put teams in tiers and you passing over the Timberwolves, who this year I think proved we cannot just their regular season performance is irrelevant. We cannot keep passing them up when we talk about teams. We can't.
I will because they are never good enough to actually get to the finals. They're good.
That's what we're talking about. Tier 2. That's what we're saying. Me and Alan, you can't put a Magic team that struggles to get out the first round consistently over a team that went to 2 straight conference finals and if not hurt this year, had a chance to get to a third one. Like when you're not passing them up for the Magic, you can't do that.
You remember you said that the Timberwolves are to the Nuggets what the Nuggets were to the Lakers.
Sure.
Whether they face them in the first, second, or conference finals, the Timberwolves will always beat the Nuggets. It don't matter.
And I'm cool.
So if they beat the Nuggets, we're gonna say, "Oh, they beat the Nuggets. They have their number."
Cool,
okay,
and I'm cool. And I'm cool putting the Nuggets in tier 2 as well because they have a dog.
I put the Nuggets in tier 2. I put the Nuggets.
Then you can't not put the Timberwolves in tier 2.
Yeah, man.
You can you can't not. Then you have to.
They have more work to do. They have a lot of work to do. They're lower tier 2, if you want to say that.
So my team consistently beats a team that you are secure in tier 2, but I have more work to do than that team.
Because that's just a matchup thing. I don't mean that they make you look better than you are.
So the Laker AD Rockets was the Laker AD the Bron AD Lakers was tier 2 then. Yeah. We just ran into the Nuggets every time, which was bad for us.
Y'all were nice.
Clip it. Thank you.
Did I say anything to negate that?
No, move on.
Did I say anything to negate that?
It's okay. It's okay. The tape exists. Continue with your tears.
You can find the tape. It's not gonna prove anything I said wrong.
Continue with your tears.
Who else we got right there with the Magic?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Okay, the Pistons, tier 2. Who else?
Pistons over the Timberwolves is crazy.
Rockets.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
They're not tier 2. They're not tier 2. I'm not gonna say that.
All right, come on.
I gotta think about it. It's like, yeah, that might be
That's
it. That might be
it.
it for tier 2. Everybody else
And the
is
Lakers, but keep it moving.
I guess if you want to put the Timberwolves in there, short, yeah, the Lakers gotta be in there.
I put both. You can't tell me a team went healthy that went 16-2 in a month, and it was the month before the playoffs, and there was almost a third seed in the conference. Is not a tier 2 team. They were almost the third best team in the conference. Come on now.
The Knicks in 2014 went like 17-3 and missed the playoffs. They had the second best record.
What was the record before though? That
no, that's not what you want.
Going 17.
That's not what you want.
Going 17-3 to try to make the playoffs is different than going 17-3 almost to secure the third seed in the conference. Come on now.
You ain't bring up that context when you said what you just said.
I literally said they went 16-2 the month before the playoffs and we're almost at a third seed. That's what I said.
And I'm saying the Knicks went like 17-3 the month before the play, April. The month before in 2014. I remember it. And the Hawks took this out. And then the next year, the Hawks were the number 1 seed.
We're talking about the third seed. Keep moving though.
Whatever.
They're in tier 2. What's your point of these tiers?
Well, all right, we were talking about the Pistons, right? So I'm just saying, like, the Pistons, I think they're just like a piece away, because I think they just need. I'll say this too. Even if they get that piece, but Jalen Duren plays the way he played, then it won't matter. He gotta play better. Or they gotta get rid of him. Honestly, it's that bad.
Don't do what the Rockets did, bro.
The Rockets.
Could you imagine if the Rockets team from last year was together right now?
I wouldn't care.
Damn,
what? Really? You gassed that team.
Not with Jalen Green on the team.
You're bugging. Jalen. No, I know, but Jalen Green's development, the way Jalen Green played in the playoffs this year, if the Rockets team and the way Dylan Brooks played all year, if that Rockets team was the Rockets team in this playoffs this year, it goes different. I'm telling you, it goes different.
Jalen Green ain't do much against the Thunder, and I know it's the Thunder, but
what are you talking about?
He didn't have that much of an impact against the Thunder.
Impact is different. Sure, nobody had any impact, but in terms of performance,
except for Wemby.
No. People have had impact against the Thunder. I'm saying no one in that series had any impact against the Thunder. But performance-wise, you add the level of performer and the development he played. Like that's the thing we got to remember. Like players take steps. No one acknowledges that Jalen Green took a step this year.
Yeah,
a big one.
He did
because it didn't matter in the context of his team. But if he had taken that same step with that Rockets team he was on, it would have made the world of a difference.
Do you think
world of a difference?
But he wasn't playing like a real point guard, though. He was playing like a attacking, scoring type guard, right?
Yeah, that's fine though, because the way they used to play, Şengün was the offensive hub and playing Jokic and he needed guys who would finish. And the problem was Jalen Green couldn't make jumpers, and they had to overly rely on Fred VanVleet. Jalen Green effectively solved that. It's the saddest thing. He went in the lab in the summer to do exactly what he needed to do for his team, and then got traded.
Yeah. He admitted that they would have. He said that he would have traded him too. I
understand it, but that is the irony of the NBA and patience. Yeah. He literally went in the lab that summer, and lo and behold, did exactly what y'all needed him to do.
I think,
and he's doing it for another team now, and it don't even matter.
I think time will tell if trading him away was the right decision or not. It's easy to say that now, but I think next 2-3 years we'll be like, and then KD, we don't even know what KD gonna do.
But that's like my point. Their hopes are now tied to a 37-year-old.
Yes. Which goes to what you be saying about.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Meanwhile, you had a young player who showed the capacity to get better. And I say all that to say, not to take us down a rabbit hole, but to say the Pistons just need time. We get caught up in the star player who's ahead of schedule because Cade seems ready now. But that team is young as hell, man.
No, they are.
I mean, think about the way we talked about the Thunder that first playoff run they made. Didn't they look young as hell? Chet looked like he wasn't ready for NBA physicality. Shea was doing what he needed to do. But we were like, Jalen Williams, he's a tweener. We don't know if he's gonna be that good of a perimeter player. Chet seems a little soft. Like we were saying all those things. And a summer of work. You know what I mean? Sometimes all it takes is a summer of work. Young kids. You might maybe on JV. Maybe you got cut from the team. Maybe you varsity, but your team didn't win as many games. Maybe you made the playoffs and you didn't win the championship. All it takes sometimes is a summer of work. I promise you that. Whatever level you're at, if you're not where you want it to be, a great summer, stay healthy, take care of your body, number one. Take care of your body, and a great summer of locked-in work can mean the world of difference. So I'm not tripping on Jalen Duren. We're not
going to get a growth spurt.
That's why I said take care of your body, because a growth spurt can kill your game too. That's the unspoken danger.
Yeah, that's
basketball development. A growth spurt at the wrong time and without a proper fitness plan can torpedo a young player's game. You get to your junior year, you've been playing guard, and you have a summer, you turn 17, and you come back 6'5", and your buns. The limbs is all over the place.
The body, You're not used to the body.
You play at a level where your coach immediately makes you a 4. All of a sudden, you're cooked.
Coaches be ruining players.
Like I said, untimely, because you might have been like 6'1", 6'2". You still good college height, maybe even pro height if you get really good. So you develop into a good guard. You come back 6'5", you still should be a guard, or at least like a wing. All of a sudden, you playing 4.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
So, but all I have to say, we're not talking Jalen Duren trade talks. I think the piece they need, I think they're a Hartenstein, not the exact kind of player, but that quality of a piece, right? Like I don't think they need another star. I think if Tobias Harris can stay in the space that he was in this playoff run, if you can get another year like that out of him, I think you need another guy, another playoff energy guy who will come in the playoffs and just make all the physicality and IQ plays you need. You need a Hartenstein and a Caruso, right? Guys who know how to get it done and who have the energy and know their role. And Duren just needs a really good summer. I mean, listen, regular season he was 19 and 11 on 62% from the field. Okay, and that was like Draymond broke down mostly off of lobs. Okay, right. He goes in this summer. Let him get a hook with both hands,
just a bag,
and a baseline spin, or a rip face or a face up rip through
mid range.
I'm not even saying midi yet. I'm saying catch, face up, rip through. He's 6'9". He's got agility. Okay, we don't know let him get a catch, face up, foul line, rip through, drive. Like that's a 25 and 12 player we're talking about. And in the playoffs, now they can actually throw it to him and run some offense. He doesn't have to be a cleanup guy. Let him get a little a little jab series, just to drive. Let him get a hook where they could throw it down to him, and if they don't double, he could put a shoulder in and get a hook. The little hook that Jaren Allen has, let Jalen Duren get a little hook and a face up.
He don't got his size though; it's different.
I understand, but you can still shoot a hook at 6'9", especially if they switch a small on you. Run the pick and roll, and instead of rolling, if they switch it or they jump, you duck in and shoot a little hook over the top of Dennis Schroeder or over the top of Max Strus. The whole it gets scary. That man's a 25 and 12, 25 and 14 player. He gets just that. And that's reasonable for a summer. For one summer to come back with a hook with both hands and a little rip through move, they're fine, bro. And don't let Cade get better too. Like we don't sleep on that. Like he's nice. He's also only in his 30. Like he might come back a damn sniper from 3.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
And then you really have a problem on your hand. Like you really have an issue.
Yeah.
Don't let him get post game. He probably can't get both of those in one summer. But shoot, who knows? I don't put it past him. He works clearly.
That's a fact. That's why they tier 2 to me. They don't have a lot to work on. But Timberwolves, I think they have a lot. But we're not going back to that.
They just need to swap their second. I think the idea of swapping their second from Cat was the right one. They just went and got the wrong player.
Oh boy, I'm not saying nothing about that.
Nah. Stand on business with that man. You've been saying it. Say it.
He's playing better over there than over here.
It's still not a fit though. Is the problem? I think
Is
no
he a fit with any
NBA
team, really? That's
executive has figured out what the right fit is next to Julius Randle.
That's right. Right.
Nobody figured it out yet.
I don't know where he belongs. I can't think of a team that
he's
was
a
really
small ball 5, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Either he's a 6.
He's not a 4.
He's a 6 man on a championship team.
Yes.
Or he needs to like get comfortable shooting more threes.
He's a small ball 5, or he needs to be Lamar Odom.
He could be a 3 if he shoots more threes.
Lamar Odom.
Nah, Lamar Odom was like a big 2.
No, Lamar was a 3. We're not gonna put too much.
That man was playing like a guard.
He was a wing. Trust me, he was not shooting threes like that. He was a wing.
But the way he was handling the ball and setting people up,
you could do it from the wing. But that's my point. Like that's how Julius Randle should be playing. Like,
yeah,
he should be coming. He should be coming off a bench, running a second unit. The offense running through him with a clear paint and shooters all around him. That is how Julius Randle. Kentucky. Sometimes the NBA be trying to turn. We see how this player plays well. We seen how this player has success.
Yeah.
Open that paint up and surround that man with shooters. Now you can't start like that, obviously, but as a 6 unit, that's dangerous. Julius Randle running around with a bunch of shooters at the end of every quarter, at the end of every first, and the beginning of every second, end of every third, beginning of every fourth. Real life, if they can't do this because of money and politics.
I was about to say, I don't even know if he would accept that. To be honest.
No. He could on another team, but I'm saying real life, they can't do this because of money and politics. But if you swap Naz Reid and Julius Randle, that's a tier 1 team.
Low key.
If you swap literally within their own roster, swap Julius Randle and Naz Reid, you start Naz Reid for that lineup. DiVincenzo comes back, Ayo, Ant, Naz Reid, Rudy as your starting lineup, and you let Julius Randle come off the bench and run with DiVincenzo and Shannon Jr. and them boys.
They need.
That's a tier 1 team.
They need another big to do something about Wemby. I'm telling you, like you can't just ignore it.
It doesn't get better than Rudy.
It could.
There's no one else out there.
It did. That's why I'm like, yo, they're kind of locked in.
Shaq can't do nothing. Hartenstein can't do nothing if he can't foul. Mitch, you say, but obviously you're not getting Mitch. Although you might, he's a free agent this summer. We're gonna talk about that.
No. You're not gonna talk about that. I'm telling you, you're not going to know.
Wait, but Paul,
they let go of Deuce before Mitch.
Think about his agent. This happens sometimes. Let's say y'all win a chip. It's the Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins problem. If y'all win a chip, that agent could, especially if say it goes Knicks San Antonio. Wait, let's just play this out. Say it goes Knicks San Antonio, and say Mitch does what y'all say he's gonna do against Wemby. If I'm his agent, what am I walking in there asking for? If we win a chip, and it's mostly because my guy clamped up the alien who's looking crazy out here, you ain't getting my client for no vet, man. Hell no.
He's too injury prone. It
don't matter, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter. No, that's a big deal. A lot of people
if he clamps up Wemby in the finals, he's the number 1 commodity in the NBA. Number 1.
Fact. At a center position, at the non-all-star center position, he becomes the number 1 non-all-star center in the NBA.
Begin 25.
Sure, but the people aren't gonna invest in him because of his.
You're bugging.
Because if you're talking about leaving for money, they're not gonna invest because he's been very injured.
Hartenstein got a bag for just a playoff run that didn't even go to the finals. What are you talking about?
He's not injury prone. He was playing so many minutes because Mitch was injured.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. If you get all you need is a good year in your contract.
No.
You act like we haven't seen this before. Mozgov got a bag for a finals performance.
He was an injury prone until he got to the Cavs.
He was injury prone before and after. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he wasn't.
Listen, Mozgov got a bag. Capella got a bag. I can name mad non-all-star centers that got bags because of how they played in the playoffs, bro. Rudy Gobert, his whole career. Like he's not actually an all-star, but the way he shows up, I gotta get some credit in playoffs.
Ah, man.
I'll give some credit. The way no, but my only beef is that the bag he got was ridiculous. Like if he had got a Clint Capella bag, I would have been like, valid, he earned that. He got a max, bro. He got a 5-year max.
DPOIs, man.
I understand that, but that's a little much. That's a little like Rudy Gobert should not be a significant cap hold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it was a little much. But it does serve evidence for my thing, bro. If Rudy Gobert can go get that bag, you telling me Mitch clamps Wemby in the NBA Finals and becomes a champ, and you think you're gonna be able to sign him for less than $25 million a year?
Mitchell Robinson is injury prone. Nobody you named is injury prone like him.
You sound desperate.
It's not desperate.
That's a desperate argument.
Unrealistic.
My agent is not going for that because you act like there's not teams that's not going to care about that, and we'll pay him $25 million a year.
25?
You know there are.
We could do 25.
Clamping Wemby?
I think we could do. Deuce might not come back, and I like Deuce. I want him on the team, but like if we win the chip,
don't forget Jalen's extension kicks in this summer too.
We got
your cap is a problem. Your cap is a problem.
Mitch is my guy, but like he's injured. He's very injury prone.
Now we're gassing it. Now we're gassing Mitch.
Yes.
Now we're gassing Mitch. But Mitch has been your savior for the last 2 years. You saying the reason y'all gonna win a chip is because Mitch could hold down Wemby. But when it comes to re-signing him, nah, y'all gassing it. What?
Because we have the capabilities to use him the way that we do. If you give him that, what did you say about? Wait.
I'm giving you credit. You sound like a front office that's trying to get over.
Hold on. What did you say about Julius Randle? Because of the money you give him, you can't even put him on the bench. If Mitch gets that money, he's gonna go to a team where he's gonna have to start. And they're going to
Julius Randle is my exact example of it. That's how it goes sometimes.
And
sometimes a guy plays so well, he gets overpaid and now put in a weird scenario.
Julius Randle plays every game. Mitchell Robinson does not even play every game.
There are teams that's going to take that risk.
People are saying the Lakers should do it. People are saying the Lakers should go pay Mitch $20 million, $22 million a year and make him our starting center.
I was going to say the Lakers.
People say that we should go pay Mitch 22 a year and make him our starting center.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm saying it's not as.
Let's say the Rockets. Let's say the Rockets don't re-sign Steven Adams.
That's a team he could go to.
I'm trying to show you, brother. There's gonna be suitors. You're gonna have
to be suitors, but like you acting like he's like definitively out. No, he's that.
I didn't say he's definitively out. I'm saying it's gonna be a dilemma for you money wise because his agent is gonna be able to rightfully, if it goes that way, his agent is gonna be able to rightfully demand a bag.
I'm saying we're gonna make room for Mitchell Robinson.
Now you don't sound like a front office because where's the room coming from?
Deuce might not be back. We got young players. Jordan Clarkson might not be back, right? We have young players that are ready to play.
Who else is up for the summer? Who else could get a finals bonus in free agency? Who else is up for this summer?
On the Knicks or on the or both teams?
Don't let it be anyone else key. Is that on the Knicks? There's any key rotation that is extensionable. You're cooked.
Nobody in the starting lineup.
Okay, unrestricted Clarkson and Shamet.
That's another one.
Restricted. Okay. All right.
No, the starting lineup.
Yeah, but you can let him walk.
That's what I'm saying. Like we will make room. Deuce is the big one because he might earn some.
Alvarado has a player. Alvarado has a player option. Yeah, it's Mitch. I don't even see Deuce on this list, bro. Unless that's who Kevin McCullough Jr. is.
No. Miles McBride.
What's his real name?
Miles McBride.
He's not on this list. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody keep talking about him though. about how? Wait, is he up next year? Like
I don't know. if
I've
he's
heard.
up.
I've heard for a minute
He's
that
not on the list.
they're saying Deuce might need some money this year. He might be up for a extension the next year, or his contract might be up the next year. So they probably talk about.
I mean, they may be talking trade or whatever, but he's not on the list. It's Mitch,
Really?
Jose, Clarkson. Yeah, he probably. You know what? He's probably extension eligible. That's what I want to look up is who's extension eligible.
Right. You're trying to break up the Knicks already. You see, your agenda is not. Listen,
The agenda.
and if we win a chip, we're not going out like the Celtics.
Why would you not? Why would you not? This is the most favorable I've ever spoken about the Knicks. I'm talking about the difficulty. I'm talking about the difficulties that people have some options. OG is extension eligible. Oh, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Depends on, he might sacrifice. He got a bag.
There it is right there. You're cooked.
You're
cooked.
OG got a bag already. OG got a bag already. OG got a bag.
And he's extension eligible.
You think? Listen, this is the Knicks. People take discounts. We've seen it. All right, this is New York. This is a different era. He got his bag already.
Allen,
he got his bag already.
If you're OG and Anunoby, are you not immediately having that negotiation about an extension if you win a chip?
Yes, I want an extension.
Immediately, I'm asking you.
He could get the extension.
Crack me over your head.
How much? He
As much as I can get. As much as I can get.
As much as I don't 100%. Think that. No. See, y'all not Knicks fans. That's why you think like that. The players on Knicks are Knicks fans. They love it here.
Actually, here it's like see credit what I'll say is one thing I'll say
right,
because
look, watch this.
What?
Kind of breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
No. Pharaoh's.
I was gonna say OG's making 42.5 this year, and he's scheduled to make 45 next year and 48 the next year, but he's extension eligible.
Yeah,
he's extension eligible after next year.
I'm re-upping for another 40.
Oh, you know who is extension eligible at the end of this season? You know who is extension eligible at the end of this season?
Who, Cat?
Oh, okay, Paul. So we both were right and we both were wrong. It's actually a worse scenario. Extension eligible this offseason is Cat, Hart, Deuce, and Kolick.
That I knew Deuce was gonna get it. So Deuce might be out of here. I don't want it, but he might be out of
here.
You're cooked.
You're cooked.
You're not
You're
cooked, man. We're not cooked.
Cat makes the most money on the team. Cat makes the most money on the team, and he's extension He makes the most money on the team
here.
And he's extension eligible this summer.
Do you understand that the team, as it's presently constructed, couldn't even exist if Jalen Brunson didn't want to be here this badly? This is New York. This is not LA. They're not greedy.
What I was going to say is, I think because Jalen Brunson set the precedent.
Go ahead.
The pay cut and took the pay cut. The other guys might be willing to do that. So to his point.
I'm telling you, like the power of friendship is real.
Paul, I guess we both are praying on our most expensive players taking a pay cut this summer. Then
I don't know. You want LeBron back
for a pay cut? You want Cat back?
Yeah. I'm not saying for a pay cut.
For a pay cut,
I need Cat on my team.
So not for a pay cut. Because do you know what he's scheduled to make next year?
Well, 50.
57. And then the year after that, the last year of his deal, 61.
You got to understand, though, these are not.
So if he gets signed to an extension this summer, it's a number over 60.
Maybe.
And you know why they do it? Because timeline, you can match him up with OG and Mikal and Brunson. Right now, Mikal, Brunson, and OG are signed through 28-29. Mikal's actually signed through 29-30, which is crazy. But right now, the starting lineup is signed through at least 28-29, except for him.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah,
Hart is also extension eligible, and he's also the other person who's only signed through 27-28. So if you win a chip and you want to keep this core together, You're either dealing with it this summer, next summer, or you let 2 starters hit free agency after 27-28.
Yeah, that's the plan. Probably. I got a window.
Yeah, but like I said, like these are not.
So you think so you try to? So you saying the Knicks plan is you try to three-peat this year, next year, and the year after, and then deal with everything in free agency that summer?
No. They definitely, like, everybody knows, like, this is the core going forward. Like this we have a window. These are not young players. They're not old, but they're not young. By the time they're up for the extensions, the old talks are going to start happening. So, you know, like we're bought in for this window, these next 2.
But they're up for it right now. Cat and Hart are up for it right now. That's what I'm saying to you, though. I'm saying to you, Cat and Hart are up for it right now.
Right, but yes, they are up for it right now. But I'm saying right now they're banking on them buying in, which I think is a safe bet. With them two, I think that's a safe bet. Josh Hart wants to be here for the rest of his career. He's been very vocal about that. He wants to be here for the rest of his career.
I'm not worried about, because he probably got overpaid at 20. So I think him and his agent probably know that they'll be lucky to get that number again. So the cap hold will probably stay the same. Cat, I mean, he's been doing nothing but making all NBA teams since he's been here.
Cat wants to be here too. So
I know we're talking money, but he's made the all NBA team, so he's getting, you know, like he clears the hurdle for that big bag extension.
Sure, but he wants to be here.
He could legitimately ask for 65 to 70 million a year.
He could.
100%.
We will see, because he literally wants to be here. So, like, I'm trying to show you, like, this is not the same situation as y'all. I'm telling you, it's different. This is New York. People want to be here. This narrative of people not wanting to be here, that was false anyway, low-key, but it's definitely not true now. Definitely. If we want to look at the free agents that's going to want to come here.
There's nothing that scares you about. There's nothing that scares you that you're. Is there nothing that scares you that you're reliant? No. Is there nothing that scares you that you're reliant on people wanting to take pay cuts?
No.
That's a pretty shaky scenario.
Not for us.
Cat's about to get married. Cat's about to get married. He's a family man. Listen, Cat's about to get married. He's a family man now. No, I'm being so serious, bro. Taking a pay cut is a household discussion now. We live a certain lifestyle based on you making $60 million a year.
Yeah,
you want to now cut that to what? 40? 35?
Maybe not. Maybe
Jalen. I feel like Jalen. Not to take away credit, but when you weren't making no money, and you had the opportunity to make a lot, and you settled for making more but not the max, that's one thing. I was living a rookie scale contract lifestyle, and I earned the right to a max, and I settled for 35 a year. My life still significantly changed, right? It's different when you was already making 60, bro. When you were already living a life at 60, it's a very different decision to now say I'm gonna make 40.
Hold on. When you're not making that money is when you're more likely to go for the biggest bet.
I disagree.
Everybody says that.
I completely disagree. If you was making rookie scale contract money, right? Unmarried, whatever. You move home, so you have family support in terms of lifestyle now, and you earned the right to ask for a max, but you settle for 35. My life has still significantly changed. I went from rookie scale contract to $35 million a year.
Yes, but
I still feel good. That's very different than I have been living as a $60 million a year man.
Listen to
for the last 4 years, and I'm about to get married, and you want me to now go to making how much a year?
Listen to every single NBA player talk about the cut that Jalen Brunson took. They say it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Well, I don't know. Listen, every one of them, when you don't have the money and you have a chance to get the most you can get, it's not even unspoken. It's a spoken rule in the NBA. You go for it every time, even if you could go from 5 million to 30 million. No, if you have a chance to go to 50 million, you take it every time. He didn't do it because it's New York City. It's the Knicks.
That's not uncommon. When the Heat came together, would anyone argue that was probably the largest earning potential moment in all three of those players' careers?
And everybody looked at that too, like that's crazy that they did.
I know, but that's my point though. It's easier. So LeBron did that at the peak of his powers, right? LeBron did that at the peak of his powers, and it seemed like no issue, right? Now LeBron is 41 going on 42. He's made all the money in the world, and yet it seems like it's about to be a difficult conversation to ask him to take less. You know why? You know why? Because I've been living like this, and I've established my value at this already. I'm not going back.
It's deeper than that.
I'm not going back.
It's deeper than
that.
But
I'm just using it as an example. Like if you are living at a certain level, it's one thing when you can't afford that no more, right? Like when you get old, when D-Wade signed his last contract with the Heat, he knew he couldn't ask legitimately for bread. He was hoping on loyalty for them to pay him his bag, but he knew he wasn't good enough. When you've been living at a certain level and you know you're good enough to still ask for that level, it's very hard to take less than that level. I think it's easier when a new level that's never been afforded to before is presented and you say, I'll take a little less than that to make some shit work because I'm still eating more than I ever have anyway. Right? When LeBron and D-Wade signed those contracts, their lives still changed dramatically anyway, despite not taking the max.
I think you're honestly adding your personal opinion into it.
Alan, what do you think?
The thing is, I think in both situations, y'all both are right. I don't think it's not common for players in either situation to take a pay cut. That's the thing about it.
Right.
Nobody takes a pay cut, and they all go after the bag.
Listen to this comment. Look at this comment. This is what everybody says. Everybody says that. You take the bag now because you might not get it.
Right. And so that's why I'm confused on why you think Cat is gonna follow Lita Brunson when even you're saying you're saying that was weird for him to do.
No, the bag has been received already. That's what he's saying. When you receive the bag, you could take the pay cut. When you haven't received the bag, you take it. I don't think in any
situation they give up the bag. That's
more of what I'm saying. I don't think there's any scenario where if you can demand more, you take less.
I'll tell you this. If he does take a pay cut, I don't think it's gonna be substantial. I think they're gonna let him shave off. He's going to let them shave off a few million just to make the numbers work, but
which puts him still at 60, bro.
Yeah, it's not going to be from 60 to 40. I don't think it's going to be
right. So then, where is the 20 coming from to pay Mitch?
That's where everybody else is. If everyone is willing to do that, it might work. If everyone is willing to do that, then it's going to work.
But you can't. No, there's not enough people who are editable right
eligible.
Now. The only people who are editable right now are Carl and Josh, right? Josh's contract, those are the two contracts that expire at 27-28, right? So literally when you sign Mitch, right? You have to have enough cap space for 26-27 with what's already on the books. That alone is already a challenge because on the books for next year, Cat's at 57, OG's at 42, Brunson's at 37, Mikal's at 33, right? And Hart's at 20. So you have to find a number that works in that year. Now, all of their contracts escalate, right? So you could maybe do the math to figure it out the first number to make it work for 26-27. But in terms of hitting his total that he's going to ask for, that's going to have to escalate. So you have to find a number that not only matches in this year, you have to find a number that matches when Cat makes 61 next year, OG makes 45, Brunson makes 40, and Mikal makes 36, and Josh Hart makes 22. Now you're going to sign Mitch probably for at least 4 years, right? Which means that you're not going to escalate him and you're going to pick a number that can fit into 28-29. Because Cat and Josh's numbers come off the books, if he negotiates a number that fits with only OG, Brunson, and Mikal's numbers, which that year are only 48, 43, and 38, cool. He might get a big jump there. But then now, what are the contracts that Cat and Hart are signing for that year? Which you would have to decide this summer. That's what I'm saying. Well, because if Mitch is going to escalate, is Cat going from making 61 in 27-28 to making 40 in 28-29? Because he can argue for it to also go up. What if he says, "Nah, I want an extension that goes up," and he has to make 65 that year? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's the escalation and the scaling of Mitch's contract, and the fact that it's going to coincide. His biggest jumps are going to be in the year where Cat's new contract would start. That's the problem.
All I'm gonna say is this, right? To get off of it, two things.
I know this is a good talk. We never talk business this much. This is a good
talk. I know, but we gotta talk about the Spurs and the Thunder. But
we will.
Yeah, but I'm saying two things. Number one, don't be surprised if the Knicks win the chip that you don't see Karl Anthony Towns in mad commercials, mad sponsorships.
You saying they're gonna get him under the table? You say they're gonna get him under the table?
Maybe. But listen, mad sponsorships, bad commercials. This is New York City, and he won a chip. We've never. This is a foreign thought process for us. I understand, but like it can happen. This is what we talked about for decades now. If you bring a chip to New York, you're cemented. Listen, and I would say that number one. Number two, I believe in Leon Rose. Trust Leon Rose.
Alan, I want you to have some substantial room here to share your thoughts. You've been pretty quiet on this. I want to hear like what you're thinking about this, because this isn't even a hate take. I'm genuinely curious.
I know
business wise, like what happens here, because I think the things that NBA fans don't think about is like they put it on the player, and yes, ultimately it's a player's decision. But there's also a thing, Alan, you'll be familiar with this term called fiduciary duty, where when the player gets in the room, one agent's trying to make money too, because they get a cut, right? So it's not just the player taking a pay cut. You got to convince the agent take a pay cut too. Hey man, we taking a pay cut. The agent's not trying to hear that. So that's one voice in the player's ear trying to convince them not to do that. And then, like I said, there's the whole family dynamic aspect. Like you're marrying a woman who's been building a life with you at the certain number you're at, right? So there's that voice in your ear. You got to start, crunching the numbers of your budget and all that kind of stuff, and all the expenses that you and your family bring to the table, and understand what the adjustments are going to have to be made if you do that. Which again, like I said, that's why it differs from Jalen Brunson. Every conversation for that contract with Jalen, no matter what the number was, we are increasing, right? It doesn't matter if we're increasing by this much or this much. My life is getting better regardless. It's very different if you've been at a level and you have to have a conversation with those two factors, your agent and your family, about stepping back. So with all that in play, I think a lot of people don't think about all the voices that go into a player's perspective and positioning when the agent then goes into negotiations. So I just want to know what your thoughts are on if the Knicks were to win. I don't think it's beyond the pale to say they have a bit of a financial issue to deal with, and I think relying on loyalty is a little naive.
So yeah, number one, like they're already in a financial pinch right now, just because like when the cap situation, the what do you call it? Aprons, yes, the aprons. It already makes it difficult. So I think like sacrifice is going to have to be made by the players, but I think it's going to have to be, like, for lack of a better word, like creative. You know what I mean? Like things have to be creative in this window to do it. So instead of like maybe just a regular pay cut, what you could do is something like either one or two of the players structure their salaries in a way that like maybe it's front loaded, a couple of y'all are back loaded. Maybe Mitch takes, instead of like an escalation, because you said escalation, and maybe you think maybe he doesn't have to do escalation. He could do a flat fee or a flat number that's even across all 4 years instead of escalating. Because what happens is every year the salary cap goes up, and thus like the aprons and stuff goes up too.
Sure.
So what you want to do is, because at this point the Knicks are going to be just over the cap period, right? So, and they have bread rights to Mitch, but the number
right. So his number could be, yeah.
So what the thing that's going to stop you, your main concern right now, because you're over the salary cap already, is not hitting the second apron mostly, because you're already past the first, but you want to be under that first. You want to be under that second apron, and you want to be under a specific tax threshold.
Right.
So if you get creative with the numbers, and maybe instead of giving Cat 65 all 4 years, maybe 70 the first year and it goes down a little bit, or maybe 70 the first year, 50 in the fourth year and maybe split the difference in those 2 middle years.
Sure.
So that you're every year you're getting a little less under that threshold and the second apron threshold, so that you guys stay in that like green area. It's going to take a lot of convincing the players because obviously everybody wants the number to go up every year because inflation, etc. So that's the kind of sacrifice it's going to have to take.
That's a very important point. I just want to highlight that to the fact that that's a very important point. There's a reason why players scale their contracts to escalate every year.
Yeah, so I don't see a player taking a 20K pay cut, but if you could get more than one of them,
20M.
Yeah, $20 million pay cut. But if you get a couple of them to do what I just said in some way or fashion, it could help out your team a lot. And Paul brings up a good point though. Like the off the court money from the Knicks would go up a lot, and that might help you too. Just being in a big market, that does help. So that's a good point too. Fair. I was going to take creativeness by Leon Rose and all those.
Just looking at the scale, and I'm gonna share this just so y'all, because I think the visual helps, so y'all can see what I'm looking at.
And NBA hired me. That was good just now.
That was very good. My issue here is when you look at it visually, I don't see how you finesse a year where Cat and Mitch aren't both making too much.
Can you zoom
right?
in on that?
Unless it's going to be this year where this comes off, they're already gone, and you've replaced them with like vet min players, right? If you don't re-sign Josh Hart, what do you need?
Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah.
These dudes
making better?
Money, ain't it?
Yeah.
So if we're the only thing I can see is maybe this year, where let's say you don't re-sign Josh, that those two have come off already, and you sign vet min guys already, right? Same thing here. You got new rookies. Let's say neither of these guys pan out, which with him, that doesn't seem likely. I think it's very likely that he outplays his rookie contract and gets signed probably after this year. But let's say it doesn't, right? If somehow you negotiated that Mitch's contract in this year, which would start this year, somehow is low enough this year that it fits with whatever the number Cat's extension is going to start at, which I think is very hard because, again, it's mismatched. Mitch will be 3 years into his extension, and that's why, Alan, your plan is probably the best bet. If somehow Mitch is front loaded so that this year isn't that crazy, so that Cat's starting year for his extension, it fits in. But then for me, that creates a problem this year, because if it's front loaded, how much can it actually be when all of this is still on and Cat's already at 57? That's the point I'm making. Like either way you load it, like if you front load it, you got all these supplementary contracts that are on, and the number for Cat is still pretty bad. How much could it possibly be such that it could be lower this year and you can have his extension start high? If you flip it, if you escalate it and start low enough that it fits in with Cat's number here, it's going to be a problem when it escalates here. And now what is his number supposed to be to start? Like, what can you resign him at a pay cut at a number to start here that fits in with what Mitch is eventually going to be making? You see it? You see what I'm saying? Like it's kind of a conundrum the way the years shake out. Like Mitch and Cat being on the roster, their timelines are diametrically opposed to both of them making money at the same time, which is kind of funny when you think about their roles on the team, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the talk about Mitch needing to be played and Cat needing to sit for defensive. Well, quite literally, the Knicks are going to have to make a decision this summer about 1 year, 2 year, 3 years from now, do we want to be paying? You see what I'm saying, Paul?
No, I see what you're saying. It still all depends on how much Mitch commands in the market too. Like I know you think he's gonna get a bag. I'm telling you, them injury problems. This is very unique. He's like an Embiid.
Let's just do a comparison. So in this year, look, in this year, right, with Cat's numbers and their numbers, Josh Hart's number works. 20.
Yeah.
Do you think Mitch could get at least that? Let's say we're talking about when this year happens and Josh Hart's contract. Let's say you don't re-sign him. You think Mitch could get at least that?
Yes.
Do you think he can get more than that?
He can get up to 30. Even that, I don't
problem,
know.
Right? Because with Cat at 57, it only works with Hart at 20. So let's say Cat's extension goes up. Let's say it goes up modestly, right? Let's say it's after 61. Let's say he signs an extension where the first year he's just making 63, right? 63 wouldn't have worked with 20. So by this, let's say you said Mitch get 30. That's gonna be tough. Someone is gonna have to get traded for expiring contracts that expire this year.
Potentially.
That's what was gonna. And you know who it's gonna be. It's gonna have to be this contract.
Where's your mouse at? I can see you.
Hart.
We're not trading Hart.
honestly, you don't have to because his contract comes up anyway. You probably don't re-sign him this year. Realistically, for it to
he's
work,
gonna be a Knicks for life. You realize that, right?
Yeah, at a much lower number. That's why I said probably you don't have to do it because his number's going to come off that year and he's going to sign for a lower number. I believe he would because I don't think he's going to command more than 20 in that year. You might have to trade one of these 3 contracts for a contract that expires this year, or for your injury point, the extension you give Mitch is only a 2-year extension.
That's
and you bet on Cat having a longer term value than Mitch. You give Mitch a number that works with the existing Cat numbers, but expires this summer, and you bet on Cat and give him an extension, and you lock in what this top 4 numbers are going to be. But now you have an issue of you don't have to find a 5th starter who you can start, but also only costs you a number that fits into what this year is going to be.
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah, I was.
That's probably your safest bet.
Mitch is not going to command a long-term contract because of his injury problems. It's not. He's not even about the money. You're right. It's the years because it's like, is he going to be out for a year at one point? He's like Embiid.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he just managed.
You still bet on that number though. You still bet on that number with Embiid. But that's probably the best bet is they sign him to a contract that does not create an issue into it. Does that make sense, Alan? Like they don't create the issue of 28, 29 such that they can't offer Cat the extension he's going to ask for, and you keep these 4 together through at least 28, 29.
It makes sense until the Lakers come in and offer him 2 more years for a little bit less money.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not even the money. Maybe they offer him less money per year or the same. They offer him 4 years. And that's the kind of thing that can make a player walk.
It's possible.
Especially an injury-prone player. He's
exactly.
Going to
Alan, that's a great point, and that's the game agents play actually exactly. They play with years. It could be a lower number or the same number, but if the Lakers come in here with a 4-year offer,
that
it can get rough. And I'm not even talking about the fact that you have to go through this all over again this summer. Sorry, you're not seeing my mouse. This summer. Because
y'all would do that
because this man, what is he doing here? Again, what is he valued at? 65.
See, what would you really give Mitch 4 years? Y'all would do that?
Yeah, probably.
It depends on my team. I feel like there's gonna be some teams out there desperate enough that they will do it.
What are our better options realistically? I'm not campaigning for Mitch, but I'm like in terms of center, like. Yes, talent-wise, pure talent on paper, there are some centers that are better than Mitch. But in terms of what we need I agree. That's what I'm saying. In terms of what we need around Luka, the archetype of the kind of center we need around Luka, I think in this playoffs, Mitch is showing that he is the best at that in the league right now. So why would you not lock that up for 4 years? It's kind of the same thing as Gafford when the Mavs gave Gafford that contract. Why would you not pair the exact archetype of player that your star needs together with him for the duration of his contract so that you don't ever have to address that again. That's the biggest problem with the Lakers roster right now is we have so many short-term contracts. It's been impossible for us the last 5 years to put a core together. We've had to shuffle the roster every year because we haven't brought in players whose fit have been automatic enough to say, let's lock them in. Luka's locked in. I think we had that decision with AR right now. It's like, yo, are we going to make AR and Luka the pair and match their years right now? We have to do that. I think the same thing is up with Rui. His money doesn't cause as much of a problem, but I think there's a commitment question as well. Like, is that because at some point Rui has to be a starter? Like at this point in his career, like, and that's why like I'm cool with LeBron taking a pay cut or walking because I'm not mad the way Rui played this year in the playoffs. I'm not mad if Rui is our starting four in terms of the core around Luka moving forward. He is exactly what you wish Derrick Jones Jr. would have been when they went to the finals. No.
Yeah.
Right. So if we lose LeBron, I'm pay Rui immediately, and then pay Austin, and then that's our version of this right here, right? Sorry, you can come. That's our version of this right here. We have our 3 players locked in, our backcourt and our wing locked in, right? Then it's the question of like, who is the center you pair with that? I don't know that there's no one eligible up unless we were able to trade for a Gafford or trade for a let me think. One of the Cleveland guys, unless we were able to steal one of the Cleveland guys away, although they make a ton of money. They make a shit ton of money over there in Cleveland.
That's a fact.
I don't know if there's a better option. So you might have an issue. This is fun. I hope the viewers liked this talk. We don't do this kind of talk often. I think we should do it in one of our last episodes this year and do that for all the contenders and see sort of financially what their challenges are as they navigate the summer.
Yeah.
I think that's a real thing. It's going to be very interesting to see how they figure that out. Whereas the Thunder, it's interesting. The Celtics did it, and their solution when they won the chip was we'll just eat it. Pause, right? And then you learned the consequence of that when someone gets hurt the very next year and you don't even get back to the finals next year, they immediately said, "Oh, nah, actually no."
No, that's not true.
And traded all that money away. They also sold. The ownership changed. I know.
No. They lost to us first. Then they said, "Oh, we got to get rid of them."
That's what I said.
No, I thought you said the very next year after they win the chip, they let them go.
That was the very next year. Next year. No, listen to what I'm saying. Like you won, and then you signed those contracts. Everybody got paid.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And then the very next year, when someone gets hurt and you don't make the finals again, they immediately changed course and traded all that money away.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Because something can happen in any given year where expending that much now makes no sense.
Facts.
And now you get a scenario like this year. We're like, okay, he's back now, but now we see the lack of talent that the roster now has. Whereas like he came back and looked good. Jaylen Brown had his best year ever, but you didn't have enough. So minds can be of different minds about it. Should they have just eaten the salary this year and been pleasantly surprised when they did have their entire championship team back and ready to go by the playoffs? Or do you play it conservatively, save money that year, and then, okay, good, Tatum came back, and now you go try to spend money this year. But here's the problem. That level of talent is not out there this year to go get.
Right.
So that's what makes these decisions very difficult.
Yeah.
And that's why if I'm the Lakers, I would pay it because I don't know the next time a Mitch Robinson is out there to pay. Daniel Gafford is locked up for the next 3. Jared Allen is locked up for the next 2, and his number is crazy. I don't even know who else is. Nick Claxton, you have to trade for, but then you probably have to extend him and pay.
This is the wild card too, right here. This comment, Giannis.
That's the other thing that's lingering for everybody. Is like everybody's gonna hold on to their money because they might do that, or Paul in the reverse, which might also be the issue for you. There are gonna be some teams who are gonna overpay free agents just so they have the trade pieces for Giannis, right?
Yeah,
Who's to say the Lakers don't give Mitch that money
just to flip it?
just so his numbers work in a trade package to give to Milwaukee? You feel me? Like, that's the other problem in this summer.
Hear that, Mitch? Hear what the Lakers try to do?
I mean, listen,
They're trying to make you a traveling players. It's all over the place, man.
I mean, that's what people said AR's current contract was when he signed it 3 years ago after we made the Western Conference Finals.
It's not to be a trade piece.
No, real life. Everyone said when we made the Western Conference Finals, when we signed Rui and D'Lo, Vando, and AR, we signed because we thought that was our unit, right? Like we were like, all right, these guys on LeBron with AD and LeBron already locked up. We thought this is our unit because we got to the conference finals. I don't know if it was a good decision or not. We made a conference finals. I couldn't be mad at it at the time. But everyone said that Rob did a massive job of like paying them enough to get them back to keep that core together. But that entire unit's contracts were very tradable. And we were able to get off D'Lo. We haven't been able to get off Vando because he's been hurt. And that's been the problem. But I think we might get off him this summer finally. And we were able to move AD and get Luka, yada, yada, yada. So now it's like the same thing. Like we might give AR the money just to be able to put him in a package. And same thing with Rui again. Like Rob has already been known to do that. That's my point. Rob has already been known to work the numbers to, yes, I'm working on a number with you for what you're worth and what's our cap, but I'm also in the back of my mind thinking, what's a number that makes this contract tradable? Like if I pair you with another player I'm signing, is that going to be enough to match the player out there I actually want?
That's a fact.
It gets messy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Alan, what's your team? Just because I want to like. All three of us have talked about our fan bases. I want, and we've talked about three very different, like championship window people who aren't in championship window but have a superstar. Financially, what do you think about you and the Nets? Like, because people who are in your position, like it's similarly two minds. You can overpay everybody now because there's no talent out there, but you have a bunch of tradable pieces, or you could be conservative yourself and wait for a free agent class where there is talent out there. And then you're like the who was like that the other a couple years ago that had all the money. I mean, that's honestly what y'all did last time.
Yeah.
Last time y'all traded away mad pieces, kept your salary dumb low, and then when there was a big free agency class with KD and Kyrie and all that, you had all the money.
Yep.
Which way would you like to see y'all play it this time?
That's a really good question because a couple weeks ago, I would have told you I don't want to do any of that. I just want to rebuild through like our draft picks. But then this lottery happened, we fell to 6. If we had a top 4 pick, I would have said just rebuild through the draft, develop the young players. But now I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do now because we have good rookies, but I don't see any one of them developing into a star right now. I don't know who we're going to draft this summer. But we have cap space and we have the ability to trade. We have good tradable pieces. But I don't want one star coming here because I don't think that's going to do anything for the trajectory of the franchise, right? If we have an opportunity to get 2 stars, I wouldn't mind that at this point because, again, I don't know what the draft pieces are going to go into. If we have a chance to get 2 bona fide stars through trades, I'd be happy with that. If we can only get like something like this, if Giannis was interested in coming here, and we got Giannis by himself, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just try to develop these guys and maybe somewhere down the line get 2 free agents like we did last time. But they're in a tough spot right now. I'm not going to lie. It's a real tough spot to be in because for a while there, it looked like we had a very clear path for our future. But now everything is muddled up because it's just too much like uncertainty. You don't know who's going to be available. Free agency is not great in the NBA anymore. Players are re-signing at a higher clip. It's either you re-signing or you ask for a trade. I don't know if y'all noticed this lately, but in the last couple of years, that's how teams are being like built for trades. Like free agency is low key like kind of dead in NBA. Like free agency hasn't been.
Well, there hasn't been a great class because when it was a big class, everyone got years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like people don't speak about low key that 2010 for as big of a free agency year that was. None of those superstars locked in for that long. They all had to do extensions or re-signs 3 years later.
Yeah.
Because of that was the mindset. Like everyone was enjoying the freedom and leverage they had so much.
Yeah.
They were like, why would I lock myself into the team for the next huge chunk of my career? I'm just going to do this again. Let's see how these next 3 seasons go. And I'm going to have all this leverage again. Right? People, I think a lot of the criticism Melo gets is not even the initial trade and re-sign with the Knicks. It was the extension.
Yep.
People were like, you had an out, and you locked back in.
He got killed for that extension.
He got killed for that because he locked in for 5 the second time because he wanted the bag.
Yeah. You can't blame him.
He said,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
He said, I come from the hood. I need all my money.
The word, yeah.
Right.
He literally said
no,
that.
but it's not even that. It's not even that. It's not even that. Again, he had already been a max guy. Is what I'm saying. At the time, he was married, had a young son who would grow up to soon be a rising Syracuse basketball player. Like, it's a hard and you live in New York. Let's not forget about that part. Yes, being in New York comes with a lot. It also costs a lot, especially depending on what level of lifestyle you're living. I get it. They all buy houses in Jersey or Westchester. That's cool. That's cool. I get that. But it also is expensive to live here. That's also part of why you're going to demand a higher salary when you're here. You go in Utah, I might take a $15 million pay cut because I'm living like a king regardless off 30 M's. Right? In New York, you might be tier 3 rich if you make 30 M's a year. Real life.
Tier 3.
Real brother. In New York, bro.
I think that's dragging it a little bit.
In New York, bro.
I feel you, but tier 3 is a little.
30 mil?
In New York, bro. Do you know how much Aaron Judge is making a year?
How much is it mean?
Like, we don't even have to go into business. I could look at other sports. Like, I could go look at other sports. You like the way the baseball players in New York are living. Do you know how much money Juan Soto just got?
Yeah.
From the Mets?
Oh, you talking about tier 3 amongst the athletes? Okay, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're tier 3 amongst the athletes, that's tier 3 in the city. Like because the athletes is running tier 1 and 2. So if you're tier 3, I'm not even talking about the business guys.
You just said 30 mil tier 3 period, but amongst the athletes, you're right. But yeah.
But that's my that makes it like that's what I'm saying though. Like
it depends
in terms of wealth in the city.
No,
I'm not saying there's people that are non-athletes that are filling up tier 1 and tier 2, but hell yeah, there are athletes or entertainers. Let's not forget the entertainers. There are athletes and entertainers that are filling up tier 1 and tier 2 in New York, and not every athlete is up there, right? Like Josh Hart at $20 million a year is nowhere near a tier 1, tier 2 wealth status in New York City.
No, but
nowhere near.
Are we talking about the type of lifestyle you want to live, or are you just comparing yourself to other people like for clout? You know what I mean? Like 30 mil in New York City.
Good question. I am talking about lifestyle. I'm saying listen, I'm saying if you are of that echelon and you attempt to live, if you don't attempt to live like that, you're gonna be very comfortable in New York at 20 million. But most of these guys don't do that, right? So if you try to live in the upper tier lifestyle of New York City, there's levels to doing that. And I'm saying a Josh Hart at 20 million is if he's aspiring to live a lifestyle of an upper tier in New York, what that costs, he's only able to achieve about a tier 3 of that. That's what I'm saying. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
The tier 1 guys are the Juan Sotos, the Aaron Judge, like, you know what I'm saying? Cole Garrett even. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that you can't factor that out as well. Like, Cat has been living in New York as a $60 million man. The way him and Jordan Woods move, she's in quote unquote entertainment, living in New York. She's an influencer living in New York. Like they live tier 1 type of life. You feel like $30 million, a $10 million or $15 million change. If they want to keep living like that in New York, that is, you have to think about that.
You have to win the chip.
Right. You have You have to think, but still you have to think about
the contracts. that you said.
But Alan, take a look at this because this is really good. This is like, I love these talks. Look at this. So this is this coming summer in terms of you saving money for free agents. This is this coming summer.
Zoom in a little.
More than this?
A little bit, yeah.
Damn. For me, it's already freaking. Now I'm at 300%.
I don't want none of these names.
Hartenstein? You don't want Hartenstein?
Not even Anthony Simons. I think Anthony Simons can make somebody good. Jonathan Kuminga can make somebody really good.
I would be when I said I don't want none of these names. What I meant to say is I don't want to give these guys really big money. You know what I mean?
Mitchell Robinson. Yo, think about this. Mitchell makes more than Austin Reeves right now.
Yeah, because Austin Reeves was considered to be a all right player.
No, that's my point. That's my point about how Rob does it. Like, you feel me? We got Austin on a steal. like, we got Austin on a steal. So yes, none of these names jump out like, oh, I gotta get him if I'm a young team looking to come
Not for
up,
big
right?
money.
Not for big money, right? Right. So it might make sense to sit on it this year. Pause. The very next summer, it gets a little different. Remember what I said about that extension eligible, Paul?
Yeah.
It's a player option. It's a player option. So it might not even be up to you. If he opts out, it's over. if he opts out, it's over. D. Mitch, player option. What if D. Mitch opts out? Now I'm directing that to Allen.
Yeah. Oh, D.
What if D. Mitch opts out?
I would do D. Mitch. If we could get someone this year and then D. Mitch next year, I'd mess with that.
What if you snag this year quietly? Where's the name I'm thinking?
Like maybe trade for Giannis or something?
Nah, because I don't think he's gonna come to be the first player. What if you are able to take a Anthony Simons or a Jonathan Kuminga away for that number, right? The number they're already at. You get Kuminga for like a 25 or Anthony Simons for like a 27. You pair them with MPJ. It looks nice and young and youthful and cool. And then the next year you will get D. Mitch for 60.
I do that.
Or maybe you overpay one of them. Let's use the Knicks as an example. Maybe you overpay Kuminga. What? Because Michael Porter Jr. is at what, like 40 right now?
Something like that. I think high 30s.
So he's already your high 30. Let's say you get Anthony Simons for 25. That's your Josh Hart contract. And let's say you overpay Kuminga and you make him your second 40 guy, right? Which might look crazy at the time, but then you go and get Mitch for the 60 the next year. And your core is Kuminga, Porter, Simons, and Mitchell in 2 years. And you keep Claxton and them boys.
If we have another young player, if we have still our pick from this year, I'd do that.
So it might, it could turn quick.
You hear that, Gordon?
Quick. I mean, the fact that people aren't talking about that Jokic is an unrestricted free agent, in 28. I mean, 28 it gets really crazy.
Yeah.
And that's and that's only if these players opt in. Remember, all these names right here have player options the next summer. So if they all opt in for that last year, then all these players become free agents, complete free agents.
That's the thing.
Don't jack this. He's picking that up. Don't jack that. He's picking that up.
I think they're all
picking that option up.
I think they're all going to deny it and get longer term deals. They're going to deny the player option and get extensions.
So you think all those names are probably in play next summer?
No, I think they're not in play. I think they're going to get extensions. They're going to deny it.
This is 28. This is 28. I was saying in 27 is when they all have player options. So you think they're all going to be in play off the option. So you think like he's turning it down. He's turning it down. He's turning it down.
Yeah, to get a longer term.
I think Cat's definitely turning it down. Yeah, I think all these names that are player options, I think they all are in play this summer, the 27 summer, including him, which is going to mess up everything. I promise you. He is going to deny that option on the first day it's allowed, and it's going to ruin everything.
But you got beef with KD.
Brandon Ingram. I think Kyrie becoming a free agent next summer is dangerous. I mean, he's restricted. I think you guys probably match whatever he gets, which might be a problem because he probably can. If he kills again next year, he probably can get a lot 40 or 45. But I think that's still fine because you can have a 60 guy and up to 240s and be okay.
Yeah.
Mark my words, when he declines this option, he's going to make someone really good that summer. Shoot, maybe you get him.
I would mess with him. I like that. Like, if we didn't get D Mitch, I'll take him.
No, I would say instead of Simons, because the money, he's not going to get a max. I don't think he's going to play his way into a max. Instead of giving Anthony Simons the 40, let's say you give Jalen Green the 40.
Oh, even better than Anthony Simons. Yeah.
He's more talented too.
Right? Yeah. You get and then now your core is Jalen Green, Mitch, and Michael Porter.
How old is Jordan Poole?
I'm just kidding.
How old is what?
Jordan Poole. I thought he would be a little older in 2027.
Nah, remember, and this is my point. They paid Poole dumb young. He wasn't a free agent. He was on his rookie deal. They just extended him. And then they traded him right before it kicked in. They did him dirty, honestly. It's kind of crazy. Like you extended him on a rookie deal that wasn't going to kick in for a while. So basically you said, we believe in you so much. We're committing to pay you years from now. Right? And then the very next year, when you didn't like how he played and he got into a beef, you traded him. So you actually never had to experience his cap hold. And you put him on the Pelicans. He didn't pan out.
The Wizards.
The Wizards. He didn't pan out. And then as soon as it kicked in, the Wizards was like, we're not paying this, and traded him to the Pelicans. So now his development is completely ruined. And the Pelicans are now dealing with the money the Warriors committed to him at $32 million a year.
I don't know. If he played well, nobody would care. So I don't know.
I'm just saying it's an interesting scenario, right? Like,
I don't know if it's
and now it sucks for him because of that. Yes, he's getting paid, but now he's kind of in a terrible scenario until this summer when that's no longer the number. Now maybe he can go get on a good team for a number that makes sense, and he'll probably play well again. But he's had to wait the last 3 seasons to get in that kind of scenario because the team who probably it made sense for them to pay him that much because of the fit gave up on him. But they kind of stuck. It's kind of like it's a double-sided sword because, like, yes, I'm getting paid, but also because you gave me this contract, I'm looked at by other teams as a bill more than an asset.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you were going to give up on me, I would have rathered you let me stay on my rookie and trade me on my rookie and give me a chance to let that expire and go find a team where I was a good fit and play myself into my next contract. But you signed me for this number and then gave up on me, and now I'm a bad contract asset that's getting tossed around until it expires.
If he played well, it wouldn't be a bad contract.
But fit matters. You always say that. Like because you didn't trade me to a team where I could be successful. Right? You traded me to the desert. You traded me to the trenches in Washington.
2 teams.
So, huh?
2 teams. He's on the Pelicans now.
Another trash desert team. Like
so play. I don't know, man. At a certain point, it's like
my success was predicated. The way I developed my success was playing in a very strong system that had good players that had a lot of gravity. That's where I thrived. I thrived in being a 6-man who can lead a bench unit in scoring, also playing in system style basketball. You traded me to the 2 teams that are the absolute antithesis of that have no talent and no structure, and expected me to perform well. Right? No, well, even you didn't even expect me. You just didn't care. So like that's one of the scenarios where the overpaying actually hurt him because they gave up. You now put me in a scenario where I can't perform well, so now I'm looked at as a bad asset, and he has to wait now until 2027. He signed that deal in what, 22? They won that chip?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
He has to wait till the summer he has to wait till the summer of 27 to actually have the freedom now to go put himself in a good scenario. and maybe earn another contract. So he's gonna have to go sign another 1 year bet on myself deal with somebody for the vet min.
He's still young. Yeah, I'm trying to violate the Spurs, man.
All right, cool. Sorry, I'm having so much fun with this.
Yeah, I know. Again, I know.
Again, you know me. I'm praying this man opts out. you know what I've been on. I don't care that he's 33. Please, Jeremy Grant, opt out of that contract.
You won't be tight when he end up on like the Pistons or something.
That's the age, right? I'm not bugging. Yeah, that's the age. You know what I think is crazy? It's crazy that DeJounte Murray is going to be 31 at this time. He's going to be 31 with a player option for $30 million on the Pelicans. What the hell does he do?
I don't know.
Defend.
He's probably
no. I mean, in terms of his career, like I think the option for like his teammate, right, Jordan Poole, is obvious. Like you obviously opt out, or you let it expire, and you go to free agency. You're 28 years old, and you go find a scenario that might work for you. Shit, I'll take him as a sixth man for $10 million a year. Shoot, right? Like you go try to, but for a guy like DeJounte Murray, like you had a major injury already, and you have an option to pick up for $30 million. Where is it?
I'm opting in if I'm DeJounte Murray,
but that's next year. So let's see.
You opt in, but who knows what kind of scenario? Like
he got to play. Let's see how
then you literally at that point. I think this is like kind of sad, but also not sad because you're making that money. Like your career just becomes earning. Like it really is just a job at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see.
It is, but like,
again, yeah, I don't want to feel bad. Like, oh no, like his job, he doesn't enjoy his job, but he makes $30 million. But like at the same time, like, because that's what Jeremy Grant. That's what Jeremy Grant did. Speaking of Jeremy Grant, that's what Jeremy Grant did.
Mm-hmm.
He opted in, and he has just been losing for years, and rich. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he's just been. He hasn't played a single. This is the first game
in years.
In 4 to 5 years of meaningful basketball he played this playoffs, but he's been getting paid very handsomely.
I just don't think you gotta put in perspective. If I'm an NBA player, like I'm never gonna. I get what you're saying, but I'm also never gonna get a chance ever in my life to make this much money for me and my family. So you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that, but but yeah, you got. If I'm him, if I don't think I'm getting a big money amount like this ever again, I'm opting in.
Ooh, not a problem when Laurie does this. I think Laurie's still young enough though, where like he can reasonably and realistically say in his mind, like I'll have an opportunity to go win, possibly later in my career once this contract ends. Jeremy Grant got his contract when he was in his mid-20s. He's not like Laurie got an extension early. So you got paid early in your early 20s, right? A guy like Jeremy Grant where like it took a little bit of a while for you to establish value, right? Like you were in the league for 4 to 6 years before you were able to earn yourself a big contract. It was a tough decision. Like they signed you, but then they traded you. And it's like when that player option came up, it was like, do I want to stay and keep making this money, even though I know that this contract is going to take me well into my 30s. Like the next time I'm a free agent will be when I'm 33. And then it's like, that was my career. Unless I try to hang on and play till I'm 37 and try to be like, and try to who's the player who won with the Bucks? PJ Tucker it. Like all of a sudden, in my mid 30s as a 34-year-old, I come be that vet presence on a championship. And he just retired the other day, which is why I think of it, because like not that he ever got a big contract. Yeah. Not that he ever got a big contract, but like it's a similar scenario where like he didn't really establish value as a player until he was mid to late 20s.
He wasn't even in the league for most of his career, or like most
because he got drafted. He was a son and all that stuff. Yeah, he had to go to China, whatever. But that's kind of my point. Like he established his value late, and he had to choose to like get a bag for the first time. But then his only chances to actually win came when he was 35.
Yeah,
and he got it. It worked out for him. Like it worked out that he was able to get on a team and win one. And now he can sit back and be like, I made some money and I won and I played for 15 years. Like, I'm cool. Like, I wonder if guys like a Jeremy Grant think about that. Like, damn, like, am I ever like, I made some money, great. Like, but no one's gonna remember me for dick. Like, like at 33, when I become a free agent, like, will I have a chance? Will I still be good enough where I might have a chance to go contribute for somebody for the vet men and maybe steal one?
I mean,
and I think DeJounte Murray is going to be in that exact boat. You're 31. There's 30 M's on the table, but you're also probably in your peak. It's probably only downhill for you from there. Like, is this my chance to go see if I can get on the team and make a difference? Or do I take this 30?
Take the 30. Take the 30, brother.
I don't know. I mean, listen, Russ has won in life. But then, you know what it is? Then you have to start sounding like Russ. Mm-hmm. And for the whole end of your career, you have to start talking about I've won in life in every conference.
Be honest.
And like, you're not wrong, but like, until your career is over, that's the narrative you have to deal with about your career. Like,
yeah.
And it's not till you retire and don't have to deal with that anymore, then you can kind of sit in your luxury and be like, it's great. But every time you come back around the game, like, they're going to have that talk. Like, yeah, you were a great player. Yeah, you made a lot of money. But like, we kind of don't know how we feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you put it this way, you going the other route doesn't guarantee you a chip. So
it doesn't guarantee you. No, it doesn't.
So you could be down 30 mil and it's still no chip. So I'd rather just take the chip if I'm DeJounte Murray situation specifically.
Can I
other players? Huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say if other players maybe, but like someone like this in this exact situation, I'm taking the money. But yeah,
that's probably when those voices in the room I was talking about chime in. Because like, I feel like as a player, as a competitor, like if I'm hitting, I feel like that in my life right now, and there's not even no money involved. Like at 30, I'm like, bruh, like I'm trying to get something. Mm-hmm. Like I could be on these teams and be nice and put up numbers and have highlights and that'd be cool. But like, I think I'm almost down to play a smaller role on a better team and get something. Because like, who knows how much longer I'm about to be playing. But also, I do like getting buckets. And the older you get, like the more that still being able to get buckets serves you. But like, it's competing interests. Interests.
Listen, can I violate the Spurs now?
There's nothing to violate. I don't know why you would need to violate them. But go ahead.
I'm very interested in what you got to say because I'm surprised.
Why? All right. Mitch Johnson. Why are you allowing these guards on the Spurs to take this many shots when Victor Wembanyama?
You can't do that, bro. We can't do that, bro. We can't do that.
Victor Wembanyama should have 30 shots a game at least. There is no that's why they lost to me. That's why they lost that game last night to me, because they're treating Victor like he's still some type of like young budding prospect that you gotta like take your time.
He's not.
Yes,
no, he's
not.
Yes,
he's a freak of nature.
You know why, bro? Because there's no guarantee. Can I answer you real quick? Because he is his development, his IQ, and low key, the game they won proved this, even though it worked for them. His IQ and where he's at in his game and development. This is going to sound crazy. I understand. I don't know if you're a Mitch who comes from a pop tree of like high level understanding. I don't know that he is developed to the point where he can do what Brunson did in game one, which is Brunson, you could trust to give him the ball, suspend all offense, give him the ball, and make the right play every single time down. Now, because they kept switching, it did end up just being kill one-on-one, right? That's how it happened to play out. But it might not have gone that way in terms of what the defensive coverage was, I'm saying. I'm not saying he wouldn't have put together a masterclass. Like, I still believe, because of what I've seen in Brunson, he would have made the right play every time. And when they did bring the double, which they did in game 2 a lot, he made the right play every single time down. I don't know if you can trust Victor to suspend your offense and just give him the ball every time down and trust that he's going to make the right play every single time. And the way that I know that is because what he did in game 1, he was wilding.
Yeah. I think
He was what he just was making it. But every shot, I was like, yo. And it looks great when you make it. It looks great. But they came down when he pulled the 30-footer out of 0K. No, but we have to acknowledge it. They came down. They was getting stops. They was in a roll. They was in a rhythm. He had just been successful ducking in on Caruso and shooting hooks, right? And they gave it to him as he crossed half court where 5 seconds had expired from the shot clock only, and he pulled from 30.
Wembanyama, right?
Do you understand? Like, I feel like you feel like I don't like.
I get what you're saying
because I don't like. As a coach, I'm like, thank God he made that. When he gets in his I'm gonna close the game bag.
Yeah.
He don't turn to Shaq. Everyone that keeps like, why don't they just post him up and let him dominate? That is presuming that when you give him the ball, he's gonna go post up. But he's proven time and time again that in a clutch scenario or in a you go dominate scenario, when they give him the ball, he wants to face up and mix. He's shown that. He has no instinct of ducking in on the block and saying, give it to me right here. I'm about to dominate down low and be bigger. He wants to fade. He wants to mix and take one dribble pull-ups with his 7-6. No, he does this in the fourth. In the fourth. We've seen it.
That's the Spurs' fault.
Go ahead,
Alan.
That's not the Spurs' fault, bro. That's you. You can't make him go post up unless you do what? Call a play and run action, which is going to require what? The ball to be in someone else's hands, and then if he ducks in and they pack the paint, your guards are doing what they're supposed to do.
They're not even running plays for him like that to do that.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Around. Well, listen. Tendon Harper
you
just
have
do
to know
whatever
what the Spurs offense looks like. I think you have to know it. Like,
do whatever he wants. Devin Vassell doing. I saw them come down. They just doing whatever they want. Just getting to the.
That's true. Alan, is that what you see? I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. I see them running Spurs basketball.
That's Mitchell Johnson's fault. And that's De'Aaron Fox's fault too.
It's not 100% their fault because to piggyback off of like kind of what like both of y'all are saying. To me, he needs to do because Pharaoh said something about how they're going to give him the ball, he's going to face up. I don't mind him doing the face up thing. To me, the most important thing I think he needs to work on this summer is finding whatever go-to spot on his floor is.
Facts.
Find that
he don't have
and learn how to work from there. Because Pharaoh said something important that they give him the ball or whatever. And just go see your point too, Paul. The reason why Dylan Harper and all those guys gotta do what you think they're doing is because they can't, to Pharaoh's point, they can't trust him to go kill in his spot because he's just gonna wild out.
That's not true.
It's true, bro. He like Pharaoh said, he's gonna be on this side, one possession, the other side, next possession, and he might make it, but it's not really.
There's no scheme or rhyme or reason to it. He's just getting the ball and trying to go and kill.
He's using his body.
Unstoppable. He's different. This is not a regular player.
It's not stoppable though. It's not stoppable.
He's not 6'6". He's not Michael Jordan. He is 7 foot, almost 7.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
They're going to force him to make the wrong decision, which we've seen him do that. He gets turnovers doing that. It like once he gets a go-to spot and go-to moves, it's going to open up his playmaking, and he's going to be able. And that's when they're going to trust him. They're going to give it to him, and he's going to be able to do whatever he wants from his spot.
Man.
And
I don't care. I don't care how good you are, bro. It's never been in the history of the game has it been. When in winning basketball, your best player closes games by being random. That's never been the case ever. That's ever been the case.
In the context of centers, we've seen Jokic and Embiid, the two maybe best center in the league. They have spots they go to.
It's
and
any position. There's never been a player
Yeah.
that wins at the highest level that their strategy for closing games is whatever I want to do. That's never been the case.
I'm saying that Wemby is so unstoppable that, yes, I get what you're saying to close the game. I'm saying it's not close if you just feed him.
No, I don't.
Get
I don't
him
agree.
anywhere underneath the
agree
free
with
throw
that.
line extended. He's unstoppable. You can't.
You know why that strategy doesn't work? We've also seen that.
Stop him on that team.
Paul, you know that why it doesn't work? That's also incredibly antithetical to Spurs basketball because you know what happens when you do that? All we end up doing after that, we're now doubling. Now what do you do?
Okay.
Now what do you do?
7. Okay, double him. You see these guys.
Is he going to make the reads? Wait, Paul.
They want to shoot a lot. They have their own agendas. I'm sorry.
Paul,
I've said it all year.
If
they get open shots, they will be more than willing to take.
Paul, we understand your narrative. Engage with the challenge I'm putting towards you, though. You said, okay, cool. He's 7'6", whatever, right? Okay, they're doubling. You trust him to make reads all game?
Yes.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing from what IQ level are you seeing from Wemby that me and Paul
like this and just look for the open man. Look,
Alan just told you how.
This is not a regular play. I understand what you're saying from a fundamental basketball.
You're gassing, bro. You're
just wrong because he's different. He breaks all the rules. He's an alien.
Bro,
he's an alien, and treat him like that.
You're gassing, bro. Alan just told you how many turnovers he gets. Alan just told you how many turnovers he gets, bro. Like,
yeah, he gets the turnovers, right?
He's an alien. Listen, he's an alien in terms of the scope of his effectiveness. We've probably never seen a player that can be as effective in as many ways as him. That's the alien part of it. But he's not an alien such that he's not 22.
Okay.
He's still a 22-year-old basketball player. Okay. And we see that come. And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get gassed. I think the talent has you overestimating what he could be doing. Yes, the types of shots and how effective he can be with them is a package we've never seen before. That's a fact. But that also is just what it is. He just can do more than anyone we've ever seen. That doesn't mean that he's better at playing basketball yet than anyone we've ever seen. There are things about the game. I know, but I'm saying there are things about the game that he still struggles with. And I think you're ignoring that in how they play. Because the level of trust you have to do what you said, he would need to understand basketball way more because right now, doubling still works pretty well for a lot of teams. And I think the reason why we don't see it a lot is because the Spurs philosophy precludes your ability to double because we're not going to play that style offensively. We're not going to just throw it to a player, ISO him every time, and let you just double. We don't play that way. That's why we're the Spurs. We're not going to play in a way that allows you to double. So the guards are doing what they're supposed to do. And when they make shots, we see how good the Spurs are going to be. They just didn't make shots last night. Dylan Harper's coming off an injury. De'Aaron Fox is coming off an injury. Like, let's not act like the first two games weren't tighter. Just because the OKC Thunder came in last night, executed well, and the Spurs didn't make shots, we cannot overreact and be like the Spurs offense is woefully dysfunctional. That's a complete overreaction.
Listen, you can say what you want. The stats are there, and I'm not just look at the stats guy, but the shot attempts for Wemby is too low. I don't care what you say. It's too low. I understand what you're saying about doubling still working, and he's 22 and he's young. I agree with you, right? That's why I blame Miss Johnson and De'Aaron Fox. What
should they have done?
Feed it, set him up anywhere underneath the three-point line, free throw line, extended area, box, wherever. Set him up there. Give him the ball. Let him work. A lot of his turnovers off of the doubles come when he's trying to mix people up. Right?
That's what he tries to do 77% of the time.
You said he's 22 years old. I'm blaming the coach and I'm blaming the veteran point guard. That's it.
We can't make you not mix.
Right there.
We can't make you not mix.
What do you mean we can't make you not mix? So call plays to get him the ball and the free throw line extended.
You're acting like the coach can't call a play. Hold on.
Why you acting like we haven't seen them do it? Why act like we haven't seen him do it? They have to do it more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking him to do anything he can't do or hasn't shown that he's willing to do.
We not saying that. We not saying that. We're talking about habits and tendencies. Yes, is he capable? Is he capable of doing what you'd like to see him do all game? Yes. Has there been any game ever? I'm also gonna. Has there been any game ever in Wemby's entire career where he's looked like he's predisposed to do that?
It don't matter.
It does.
Game one, he did it a lot, and so it doesn't matter.
No, it does, bro. He doesn't play like that. That's the thing.
Like that.
That's the you can't make a player play like anything.
He's 22. He's gonna listen to his coach. What are you talking about? He ducked down in game one a lot.
I think it's insulting to Miss Johnson and to G Pop, who had him first, to think that they're just not even trying to influence him to play more back to basket. Are you joking? Of course they are. Of course they are.
The players and give them experience and all of that. They could get to the finals if they just give him the ball in the paint, near the paint.
I think you're giving Wemby maturity credit he doesn't deserve. And I think you're asking something unrealistic of the coaching staff to, because like you said, come out. Like you said, Paul, for as good and as much of an alien as we see him as, what do you think that man thinks in his head when he gets the ball? So, yeah, Mitch Johnson could be calling a play for a post-up. They could be yelling, hey, run the duck in. You don't think Wemby, when he gets the ball, doesn't have the ego and the mentality of his favorite player growing up was Kevin Durant. What do you think he's on when he's out there, bro? It's very clear. It's very clear.
It's very clear that these guards are encouraged to do what they want. It's very clear that when they get the ball to Wemby, oftentimes it's not in the paint, it's not near the paint, none of that. It's very clear they have a plan, and their plan does not include just exploiting the walking mismatch that they have right now.
I don't think that's true, bro.
From what I'm seeing, that's clear as day.
Maybe you haven't. Maybe I don't know how much of a Spurs observer you've been throughout the history. I can say with certainty because I played against them in matchups my whole life, right? They're playing Spurs basketball, bro.
Yeah.
For as much as a fundamental post-up guy as Tim Duncan was, right? You probably would imagine, when they had Tim Duncan, they was definitely running everything through the post. They would throw it down to him every time. No, they don't play that way. And that was from one of the best post-up players in the history of the game. That's not how they play. So
they're gonna lose.
They won 5 chips.
Yeah, but now they're gonna lose. This year, they're gonna lose for no reason.
It's not for no reason, bro.
It's for no reason. It's for no reason. All of this, and here's the thing too. Right?
You thinking it's 2K where like you just can cheese every single possession? Like,
you might appreciate this, Pharaoh. From what I'm seeing from these guards, they're more immature than Wemby.
I mean, everyone is young. It's a young team,
right? But I'm saying, right? You're gonna allow their youth. Right, not Wemby's. Everybody else's.
You keep saying allow.
To ruin your chances to getting to the finals.
You keep saying allow, like the coach can get out there and spank them if they take a jumper. Like, what do you? What do you want Mitch Johnson to do?
Well, hold on. This is not the Spurs. They don't want to run a tight chip anymore. I thought it was Spurs basketball. They're taking bad shots. These guards are taking bad shots, and they're not feeding the
I think they're just not making their shots.
I think they're taking bad shots. When I watch that game, I'm like,
I think you think any shot that's not Wemby created is bad.
No.
Because I saw Devin Vassell start the game going 3 for 3 from 3 and then stayed aggressive the rest of the game, which he should do.
Yeah, okay. So if you have Devin Vassell going 3 for 3 and staying aggressive, you cannot have Devin Vassell being aggressive, Stephon Castle being aggressive, Kalen Johnson being aggressive, Dylan Harper being aggressive.
That's how the Spurs play. Everybody is a basketball player. Everyone is a game one.
It didn't work game. They did not do that game one.
Time out. It didn't. To close that game out, every one of the players you just mentioned didn't make a play.
Make a play? I'm talking about shooting the basketball.
I'm talking about. All right, sorry. Let me be specific. There wasn't a buck. You couldn't. You're telling me to end that game. All Castle, Harper, and Wemby all didn't have buckets in the fourth quarter that were important in the game.
Of Wemby. I saw a lot of Wemby on the weak side. Bro, I saw a lot of Wemby on the weak side last night.
No, you're bugging out. They played the same way. No, it's just they played the exact same way. They're called the Slash Bros for a reason. They played the exact same way.
It's called the
Wemby
Slash
would
Bros.
get it. Wemby would get it wherever he got it and shoot. He just was making it. Castle getting downhill, finishing. Harper getting downhill, finishing. They did the exact same things.
So why did he take so little shots? Why did he only take like one more shot than the second highest field
I would
goal?
like to go look at his usage because I would argue his usage was probably high. I think you have to ask him why he didn't shoot the ball.
I don't think so. I don't. We could look at it, but I just have a feeling that it's not.
What was Wemby's usage last night? If it was anything over, brother, he had a 33% usage.
And what was the game one?
What was Wemby's usage game one? All right, now if I say a number that stumps you, are you gonna cop please or are you gonna apologize to our audience?
I'm not saying nothing. Just
if I give you a number that stumps you, are you gonna cop please or are you gonna apologize to our audience?
Say the number.
27.5.
Okay. Game one.
And so you say what?
Usage, right? What about shot attempts?
Oh my God. Paul, don't lose the credibility that I've been giving you this playoff.
Shot attempts.
Don't be willfully obtuse, bro.
I'm not being
brother. Put it together conceptually. If I have a higher usage in one game, but I shoot less, is that because I wasn't getting the ball, or because I was not shooting the ball when I had it?
If
you're concerned with the number of shots he got.
What was the whole point? Shot attempts.
But you're putting it on them and acting like he wasn't getting the ball when he had a higher usage than in the game when he went off. So it's not on them. For some reason, he didn't shoot the ball. He had the ball in his hands because that's what usage means, right? We're not going to be willfully obtuse. Usage is about how much. Stop. Usage is about how much the ball was in your hands in terms of teams control the ball for the game. If in game 3, he had the ball in his hands more than game 1, but he shot the ball more in game 1, that is a him thing. You cannot tell me it was because they weren't giving him the ball. Statistically, he had the ball more in game 3 than he did in game 1. For some reason, he was not shooting the ball. Now, I think I have an explanation for that. That is, again, Wemby-centric. But we're not going to sit here and act like the guards sold the game. Because, again, think about how that feels in real time. If we're giving you the ball more and you're refusing to shoot it, as a guard, I only have but so many more options. If you're getting the ball and you're not shooting it, what am I supposed to do as a guard?
Which is why I said they should have called plays to give him the ball in scoring positions where it's most advantage for them. And
now you're saying something different though, because you were saying he wasn't getting the ball. But Paul, I need you to.
I said he wasn't shooting.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? But time out. If he's getting the ball, but that doesn't. You have to explain that because you framed it in terms of they not running enough offense for him. But if he had the ball in his hands more than game 1, I need you to explain to me how it's someone else's fault that he decided not to shoot it.
I'm saying, right?
Can you answer that question? Can you answer that question?
I'm answering right now. If I'm Wembanyama, right? Now, I'm not even going to say it like that. I'm saying Mitch Johnson should have given the ball to Wemby in more advantageous positions. If he's getting the ball far from the basket, if he's getting the ball at the three-point line, if he's trying to create for others, if they're trying to use him as a nucleus instead of somebody who's going to demand double teams, right, with scoring attempts, then I am blaming the coach. Usage rate. Usage rate is calculated.
Because I'm going to end on this. I'm going to let you finish. No, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish, and then I'm going to end.
Calculate the formula multiplies free throw attempts by 0.44 to account technicals and ones, and divides the sum of those attempts, field goal attempts, turnovers, by a team's total possessions played. True ball dominance is better measured by tracking time of possession, which tracks how many seconds the player actually holds the ball, right? So it's not just about shot attempts with usage rate, right? We know that. I'm saying the way
that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, right. I'm saying the way they used him, right, did not benefit him taking a high amount of shot attempts. Because then, in the way the way they used him last night, he would have been taking a lot of them wild shots that he was taking in game 1. But the difference is, game 1, he got hot, right? And then started doing whatever he wanted to do. I'm saying, get him hot. Get him hot. He should be taking way more shot attempts than De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and all of them.
So, you done?
Yes.
So I just want to say, I want to point out a little nuance, and we can end there, because I don't necessarily disagree with you, but you've changed your tune on what you're actually asking from the team and what you said was happening. You've changed it to align more with what the stats reveal happened, but what you're saying now is actually more in line with what Alan said. Because you notice, you said, right, if he had shot the ball more in the situations he was in, he would have been well, hold on, listen. No, I'll let you go. You just said that you believe they were not giving him the ball in positions that were advantageous for them, right? You said that if he had taken more shots from where he was getting the ball, he would have been taking that. I'm telling you, watch the tape back. Don't challenge me. Listen.
No, finish that.
Paul, I'm trying to end it. So if you can listen back to the pod, but don't challenge me on air. You said you could listen back to it. You said after what I just said, you said what you agreed to, right? You said that where he was getting the ball, if he had taken more shots in those positions, he would have been taking the wild out shots like he was taking in game 1. I trust that you. That's what you said. He would have been taking the wild out shots he was taking in game 1. It's just that he got hot in game 1. I just want to point out to you to end. That's exactly what me and Alan were saying, that the shots he gets, the way he plays, if he shoots from how they run their offense, he be wilding out, right? It just happens that he got hot. So, in fact, what happened in game 3 was actually he stopped playing his game because they switched the matchup. Something about Hartenstein made him not want to take the shots, because in game 1, they didn't get him hot. He took the shots he takes, and he made them, and he had the confidence to take them because Caruso was on him, right?
No.
Something about Hartenstein, and they even said there was a lot of mid-game interviews where the cast was talking about how they had spoken to some players, and it seemed like Wemby had conceded or admitted that Hartenstein's physicality had thrown him off game 2. And I think much of the same happened in game 3. But what I really want to narrow down is just like everything you just said, I agree with. But I just want to point out that that actually is more in line with what me and Alan were saying than what you originally said. Because you're actually acknowledging that what his tendencies would be are to wild out, take pull-ups, and take fadeaway jumpers.
I never negated that. I just said I don't care.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I understand, but that's why I'm drawing you in to say that we are actually aligned on this. And I want to I just wanted to point out to you that the way you initially proposed it was is a small nuance, but it was a little different than what you're saying it now. And that's where the disagreement came from. If you're saying now that the way they run their offense, if Wemby isn't going to take those shots and make them, doesn't work, that could be a valid analysis. But I don't think it's an issue with the guards looking him off more, because he was getting the same setup, if you will, that he got in game 1. It's just in game 1 he was taking and making that. You now don't that you just said it. We just agreed that you said it. He was getting the same looks in game 1, and we agree that he was just taking and making them because he got hot, right? For some reason in game 3, he didn't feel confident to take those shots. I don't know. And where we can land on agree disagree is I don't know that is a coaching issue or a him issue. Now, as a coach, if I see that my guy isn't confident and not taking the shots I've seen him take and make before, do I have an imperative to try to get him some easy ones? Yes. But also, we're not going to sit here and act like that's not the Oklahoma City Thunder and that what you suggest is just an easy thing to do. Because, again, it's a bunch of young players. So completely shifting the style we play to try to get something easy because our guys aren't making their shots and our best player isn't taking the shots that he normally takes. You're asking for a high level of adjustment that the coach might be conceptually capable of, that these players are not ready to do. In the same way that Duren, you didn't put Duren on the coach. We said he's young, he wasn't ready, right? I get that Wemby's I get that, I understand, but principle wise, I get that Wemby's much better than him, but there's a little bit of the same where I predicted this year. I did think at some point the Spurs were gonna run into the glass ceiling of their youth, and the perfect team for that to be very clear. And someone said it in the comments. I want to highlight it. The Thunder are that team. The Spurs are ahead of schedule. The Spurs are very talented, but team-wise, in terms of IQ, knowing how to play and knowing how to win, I think in these last 2 games, we've seen the Thunder are better than them. And it's because of this right here. They have made adjustments that have taken the Spurs' best players out of their comfort. And the Spurs are struggling to make an adjustment to respond to that. And I think if you want to put that on them as a whole in their youth, I'm fine with that. But I don't think it's fair to hold Wemby on a pedestal and act like there's a cohesion issue or a coaching problem such that they would be winning if these players just did this or if the coach just did this. I think what we're seeing is a weakness from them overall as a team. I think the Thunder have adjusted. The Spurs are uncomfortable and they're not playing their game. That's the thing. I don't think they have another way to play. You're trying to describe a way they could play, and what me and Alan were trying to say is they have not played that way. They've never played that way. And so you asking a team of 20-year-olds to discover a new way to play and to be effective at it in game 4 of the Western Conference Finals is a tall order. We're not even disagreeing with you that what you're saying would be the way from the win. We're just saying that is very unrealistic for a bunch of 20-year-olds to discover and succeed at a new way of playing basketball in the Western Conference Finals. That's very rare that we've ever seen that happen.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Right? And then we gotta go. I think it's the simplest way to play. So I don't think it's a tall task. I don't think it's something hard for them to do. Number one. And if they do it, they will probably beat the Thunder. Number one. And number two,
the last part, but I don't see how you don't think it's like. Just think about basketball. You get to a conference finals. You have a rhythm. You have a camaraderie. You have a pattern, right? It's not 2K, bro. Like you can't just show up one day and everyone's gonna play different. Especially in your 20, it doesn't work that way, bro. You can't just flip up switch and develop whole new styles and tendencies at this point of a season. Like, especially if you're young, bro, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't matter how simple the new style is. I have habits. I have tendencies. I have instincts, right? When I play basketball, I'm not. It makes, even if it's something simple to do, it's now harder for me to play if I'm now trying to force myself like. Just do this. Just don't do what my body is used to. Don't do what my brain like. Okay, in this scenario, it's almost instinctual. No, don't do that. Do this. Do this. That's not easy to do.
Okay.
That's not easy to do.
Okay. And then the last thing I'm gonna say, the next time the New York Knicks play in Madison Square Garden is gonna be the NBA Finals. That's the last thing I'm gonna say.
And this is really what it is.
Yeah, all right.
It's for a reason. Rookies and second-year players don't win championships for a reason, bro.
All right, but they could get to the finals if they just give him the ball in the paint. But all right.
Yeah, and you know what? Remember, to bring it full circle, what I think really you should be saying is the Spurs are one good summer away.
Nah. They right now
because this experience will teach. This experience is this film. Mitch, listen, I know their hopes and aspirations are to win it this year, but I know because of how long-term thinking that organization is, and I'm sure Mitch got this from G-Pop. If they don't win, The film of this series is going to be the gold Mitch needs, because when we sit down in the summer and we work, I'm going to be able to show them exactly what you're talking about. And I'm going to explain to them, yo, guys, y'all see what y'all doing? Do y'all know if we just did this, they could not stop us? One good summer of drilling that into their head. Because listen, the first year and the second year when they weren't winning, a lot of that messaging goes over people's heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they've won, they got close, and if they lose, they just missed it. Now when coach says, here's what we need to do, we're right there, I bet you that message lands more. So if they don't win it this year, I think one good summer of saying what you're saying and them developing, I bet you we see it next year. I bet you we do.
All right, we'll see about that.
And speaking of one good summer, one good summer is all we need. Outside is back to what it was. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want us to be demonetized, boy.
I'm talking through it. It's all good.
Okay,
all my friends. Fast breaks, fam. You've been tuning in, and we love you. Rowan Paul back by popular demand. Ace Twin. Light it up. Sabrina, get healthy. The Liberty look crazy out there without you. I don't know what's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? 21, you know what I'm saying? Let it go! You know what I'm saying?
Come on. It's Fastbreaks. Listen. We back with another one. Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the